Welcome to A Tale of 12 Gems, our original D&D campaign. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening, and many others, and joining me are most of my friends, Matt, Vincent, Tina, Alana, and Hannah. Kara will be joining us, but when? It's hard to tell. Who could know? But we are going to play D&D. Before we do, a couple of quick announcements. First of all, we play D&D here every night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we also play Starfinder 2nd Edition on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a cyberpunk game called Skull Runners that takes place in a gigantic mega city called Seath. This group of criminals has been assigned their first task, in fact, and so far, 3 sessions in, they haven't blown it, which is a record for our Starfinder game. So you can catch that when it re-airs on YouTube on Sundays at noon, followed by this. We also, on Saturdays, are playing a very special anthology run by Kara, who she's not here yet, but so close. Sometimes I can almost hear her.
Hello.
Kara is running this horror anthology that is based off of Germanic fairy tales, I believe. Oh no, something totally different. And it is using the Cairn 2E system, which is a high lethality system. I am already on, I believe, my 3rd or 4th character. I had one character that really didn't last very long, so it threw my math off a little bit. But you can see that on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Twitch. And now we have Kara.
I've been here the whole time.
In addition to Kara, we also have a website, alberonrpg.com, where you can see a whole variety of different things. We've actually updated a lot of our social media. A lot of the channel trailers are all different now to support the Skull Runners game that we are running. You can also see details relating to the various games that we run, alberonrpg.com. And then social media at alberonrpg. on Instagram. You can see the encounter maps like the one that you see on your screen. You can see it here a little bit, but you can see it in even greater detail at Alberon RPG if people take pictures. Aside from the social media, we use Sirenscape and Monument Studios for the bulk of our sound. There's always new music coming in. Matt has made some of the music. In fact, our original theme song is done by Matt as well. And that is all of the announcements that I have for this week. And so it is time for A Tale of 12 Gems.
Yay!
I think
And to Kara for the recap.
Misfits. When last we left off, we immediately were thrust into combat as, on the raft, hidden away amongst barrels and boxes, we were set upon not by goblin toll. What do you call someone who guards a toll booth? Toll boother?
Attendant.
toll person.
By goblin rabble.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining pulling up on the mass bike and just rolling my window down in the 90s and being like, "Hello, good tollman. 2 quarters for your trouble."
Ferryman. Anyway, not by the goblin rabble, but instead by lemurs. A name that is funny and both somehow difficult to pronounce without thinking of monkey-adjacent animals.
Lemurs.
Or a very catchy theme song from the 90s.
Yeah. With brothers.
With brothers.
And animated chains, anyway. Emmy hurls a flaming force of will to evaporate the rope that was keeping us from progressing further, and potentially could have just lopped off all of our heads if we had gone fast enough. That flaming sphere also then barbecued a little bit of the raft. Ironically, because Grimgob started combat with a flaming bolt and did not catch us on fire. Good job, Grimgob.
Growth.
He did, however, throw the lemurs off the boat. Lemurs. Through Emmy's flame ball, crisping them to absolutely nothing, and scenting the air with a wonderful smell of infernal steak. Tonky grabbed a devil out of thin air and gave him a trademark welcome, a wonderful, welcoming, and all-encompassing hug. And Thule stopped the flesh beasts with a mischievous spell of delight, keeping them from making any save they could possibly have made, and thus leading them to their eventual obliteration. Nora was there, and just kind of helped out, and cowered in general, and kept her concentration for a bit, and experienced the first familiar death. Ralph decided to take a more two-pronged approach by summoning her spiritual weapon and beating on the... Ooh, nope, we didn't like where that one was going. We'll leave the rest of that sentence to your imagination, because I don't like how it finishes.
That still didn't sound...
Phrasing.
After combat was done, we began repairs on the boat, or Emmy began repairs on the boat, and Nora held the spell components, I guess. Grim found 10 bottles of very lovely rum floating around, which went a long way towards covering some of the damage that we kind of did to the boat, while Tonky found a pretty glowing red vial on the corpse of the chain devil. Realizing that this was a component of Summon Greater Fiend, potentially these fiendish flesh mounds weren't alone in this jungle. With the rustling of the trees, we realized that Captain Mar had abandoned us and thankfully returned not with a giant devil of some sort, which was bigger than a pit fiend as it turns out, but with his soft-spoken minotaur friend, Zaro. He's got a longer name, but I don't remember how to spell it.
Zaraltrash Salt Hook.
He claims the name of this devil somewhere out in the forest is the name of Doomtongue, which is larger than a pit fiend, red and winged. We discuss plans as Zaro fishes, and eventually decide on Fort Pincers once more, believed to have been a god, I guess, which may have started a couple of wars and the dissolutions of a few clans and, some history or other. While the group rested, we discovered that the monkeys in this part have a fondness for a taste of certain liquor, and also take kindly to being told to just please don't steal our stuff. Sometimes asking is the right answer. And after a lovely breakfast of smoked fish and uneventful watches, we continued on our way. Entering Conflict Lake, glassy, tranquil, and warm, with clear water all the way down. Perfect for seeing sails and mountains on the horizon and ruined ships and faces in the water. And Misfits. Traveling along this riverboat cruise, once more, we start a session by potentially rolling for initiative.
And in fact,
combat in front of us.
as you all sit, mostly sort of clustered along the center point, though a few of you in the back, Grim, you kind of standing up on this mound of barrels, looking out, almost like a watchman. You can see the ruins of one or more goblinoid rafts. You can see a number of bodies that are all kind of floating goblins, though the miniatures that you see, they make a shockingly small amount of goblin zombies. And so...
Zombies.
Yeah, gombies. In fact, I only have one somewhere. And so these are all small-sized corpses that are kind of bobbing in the waves. But Grim, from where you are, in the waves, as one of these oily, almost melting bodies just kind of strikes the raft, it from this wave, and I want everybody to roll for initiative. Grim, as that happens, as it hits, it is like it pops a boil in this individual, and you are aware of a smell along with the oily sheen on this water that is horrible. And we'll get back to that also in a second. But everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
I thought of something funny, and I hope you consider it for a later point in Alberon.
That's concerning.
So you have a Nilly Winslow,
Okay.
Gob Zombie.
All right, I'll table that for now. We'll think about it.
Zombi.
It
Was right there.
I really do like that. Zombi's really good too. Anyways, anybody else roll a natural 20?
No.
Why else?
25 to 20? Ooh, 20 to
Gob
15.
Zombie did 16.
16 for Thule. We like that.
Damn, why am I going first?
15 to 10?
What's everyone doing?
Ooh, 10 to 5?
7.
9.
13.
9 for Rolf. We have 13 for Grimgob. Somebody with 7.
Me.
We have Emmy at 7. And then what about you, Nora?
1.
Oh,
Tonky's at 3, so I've got you beat.
Taki at 3. So the way that this ends up working out, the dead will be going first, followed by Thule, then Grimgob, then Ralph, then Emmy, then Taki, and then Nora. And then, you know what? I forgot to roll for Captain Mar. That is an 8, which puts him right between Ralph and Emmy. Okay. So this starts us off with the dead.
No.
This sound, Grim, is just loud now and echoed from the other side. In stereo, you can hear as these creatures climb aboard. Let me move some of these ghouls who...
Are these new trackers of some sort? I just noticed them.
For Starfinder.
Yeah, they're for Starfinder.
Ah.
They look really good. I think Dan brought them
Dan
in.
got them, yes. They will climb aboard with you, and they are about the same size as you, Grimgob. That's going to take all their movement. 10, 20, 30. They will dash to get up here.
Well, if I don't find myself surrounded yet again.
10, 20, 30. 5, 15, 25.
You got Tonky up there, she'll sword burst everything.
They're going to dash as well.
I actually put you out next to me at first, but then you said I'm by the sail, so
Dash.
bye-bye.
What my character would do.
They are all swimming aboard.
Grimgob's the actual tank now.
Now, I need for Ralph, for Captain Mar, and for Grimgob to all make Constitution saving throws, please.
Damn.
In the front of this, as you are kind of sailing along, this is the stench of whatever you are kind of riding into. This oil slick across the water, this rotting meat that bobs in the waves, is just completely overwhelming the front of the craft now.
Stinky 20.
Stinky 20, that is a success. And then for Captain Mar, that is going to be a success as well. Ralph, where are you located?
I'm vomiting. I'm in the middle of the ship.
You're in the middle of the ship. What was your... Did you make a save?
4.
4. That is a failure.
Yeah.
You are poisoned.
Ah.
As the smell gets into your nose, it is the smell of decay and rotting meat. This is a stench that just erupts and goes into your nose, almost making it hard to breathe. That is... Give me just 1 second here. You are poisoned until the start of your next turn.
Oh.
As they climb aboard, first, Grim, this creature is going to reach out and attempt to bite. Actually, no, they're just going to claw you. They just reach out and claw across your face. Little tiny goblin is only going to get a 5 to hit. And so straight over, the barrel falls. They fall almost prone and just climb their way back up. This other goblin kind of climbing up behind them had to dash to get there. The other one, so unable to do anything. On the other side, this goblin climbs aboard, and they are going to claw at Captain Mar. Oop, that's off the table. That is going to be a 19, which is a hit. Oh boy. That is 2. That is 4. That is 6 points of damage. And all of a sudden, Captain Mar, as they reach in and try to pull a dagger free, they are just scratched across their chest. It opens up their little goblin chest. Blood just runs down it. You could hear them just shriek out in pain. They are still up, however. That is all of these dead creatures, and that brings us to Tuli.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to say, steal up your tummy, Ralph. Bardic Inspiration.
Why is he so cute?
And then I'm going to cast Nathair's Mischief. I'm going to take out my little ribbon and start blowing in this direction.
Okay, so just trying to encompass those two.
Yeah, kind of like at the front of the ship. I don't want to hit Grimmy.
Grim, right at your toes, magic
4.
just shimmers in this area, like cutting off sharply right in front of you.
This square.
Yeah.
So there's not a 20-foot one.
Okay.
This is the 20-foot. So, sorry. Can I do there?
You absolutely can. The only thing is, give me 1 second.
I just knocked someone off.
Overhead. Yeah. They're here. Oh no, it's the bags. Okay. That is gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in there.
Oh yeah, I do so.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d4.
Okay.
And what kind of save is this?
I believe it is just, it depends on what the effect is. So, 1 sec. That's going to be a 3 on the die. So let me see here. That means it is... Each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of their next turn.
13 and 14.
That is, I believe, 2 failures.
And then 5 and 14. So 4 failures.
No, sorry. The 13 and up were successes.
Okay, so 1 failure.
What do you mean by take out your ribbon and...
Casting component was
I see.
Oh.
Very good.
I was
So you
imagining.
take
I
a
wasn't
ribbon
sure if
dancing.
this is...
Yeah, ribbon dancing.
I wasn't sure if like
No,
your
no.
character had like a ribbon.
No, it's like
for
just a little
spellcasting.
tie.
Yeah, I imagine almost like a rosary in terms of how you like handle it, and there's this bit of magic that leaps out. And in front of this, these creatures, most of them unaffected, but you do hear one of them just goes, and he begins to just kind of giggle. Incapacitated is the zombie that just climbed up and is standing just below you, Grimgob. They just are kind of this uncomfortable laughter at your feet. Anything else, Thule?
That is it for me. I'm maintaining concentration on that.
Okay, that is Thule. That is going to be incapacitated against zombie number 3. That brings us to Grimgob.
Color. Unfortunate.
Oh.
Try and diesel.
That zombie that's incapacitated also uses all its movement to move
In a random direction, yeah. I got it up.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I am going to... Grimgob's going to take out a vial of melt water and gonna cast Rhyme's Binding Ice. And he's going to cast it in this direction to hit these 3 guys.
Absolutely.
So, Joe, they can make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Con saves. That's a natural 20.
That will succeed,
That is
unfortunately.
a 6
Fail.
and an 8.
Fail. This one. Can I get 2, I don't know, like can't move ones?
Like
Magic.
restraint.
Zero
Is it
speed.
restrained?
0 speed.
Restrain.
Immobilized.
grapple.
Immobilized.
That's
Ah.
grappled. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're
Speed reduced to 0. Alright, so, ooh, that's a nice roll. So the failures will take 21
Very
frosty
nice.
damage, and the one that passes will take 10. And the ones that fail, they are frozen in the water and cannot move until my next turn.
Which ones are
True
zeros?
Failures.
Joe, which one succeeded?
The one that succeeded is probably the one furthest over to the right. Yeah, that
All
one.
right,
'cause
so these
it's
two
the
can't
furthest
move.
away. Very nice.
They just
Alright,
get
and I'll
hit
say
by
the group-
back breeze.
I stopped some of them, but someone saved the captain!
And those
And then-
2 creatures that you hit fully that are kind of like frozen, as you cast that spell, the river itself freezes up almost like reverse icicles out along these creatures, kind of puncturing through them in places. One of their legs just snaps in half as the bones just puncture. But the creature that does not save, still trying to drag themselves up, all of them look pretty hurt from that attack, and it does the full amount of damage that you would expect.
Yeah, you stay where you are! And then I am going to I'll move over here.
Okay. You move over there. Ending your turn in that
Done.
space. Where are you?
I'm like right here.
So ending your turn right there, the smell is still just overwhelming. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I forgot about the smell. 19.
That is a success.
I'm used to smells.
Almost lose your lunch, but
Something smells nice over here.
they can't
Dad
outstink
farts a
you.
lot.
That is your turn, Grimgod. That brings us
Smells
to
like
Ralph.
home.
Ralph, where you stand, there is this overwhelming smell. It is making you sick. In fact, you are poisoned. What are you doing?
Alright, so the poison will dissolve the beginning of my next turn, the end of my next turn.
The end of your next turn.
Okay,
But
sweet.
standing here in the smell will not help it stay gone.
No.
Anna?
So there's not a ton of moving space, and I don't believe I brought anything to help with that. I did not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself diagonally here. I'm going to murder everyone in the
Hell
process.
Your own sister.
Yeah. Death and destruction.
Death comes for us all.
War never changes.
I believe from where you are, that would provoke an attack of
I
opportunity.
do believe so from
That standing tall guy right
Yeah.
there. He has the high ground, but as a small creature, doesn't do much. He reaches out with his claws. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay, just scraping off the back of your armor, you make your way over. And on the edge of this raft now, the whole boat kind of tilting over, there are undead all across this bow. Ice climbs up, almost spearing 2 of them completely through, but all of these creatures still just groaning. What are you doing?
Okay. So, alright. I'm going to save that because I don't think that's going to be super useful because of the ice. Okay, what I'm going to do is I will turn, and the one that is now vaguely in front of me, I'm going to try a save or suck. I will attempt to hit it with a sacred flame.
Okay.
A dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. God, this is a hard to read dice. That is going to be a 2.
That is a failure. So I'm going to do 1d8 radiant damage to it. That is going to be a 5 on the die.
Okay.
Yes, so then it's flat. So it's 5 radiant damage.
And it does the full amount that you would expect, nothing more.
Okay.
Who'd you
cool.
hit on that?
I
Zombie.
hit this zombie
Okay.
yonder.
Who's getting bookcased right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a well-read zombie.
Yeah.
And then for my bonus action, I will turn and look at the captain, and just be like, Mar, we can't do this without you. And I'm gonna cast Healing Word upon him.
Okay,
We don't know how to steer the boat.
He's looking pretty rough, too.
I am not.
Literally.
It's 6 points of healing.
It floods back into him, healing him all the way back up to full. You could see the wounds stitch themselves back up together. He takes a deep breath, and he says, "All right, Paladin, I believe in you." And they draw this tiny little dagger.
I'm not about it.
They don't seem as if they're going to run. Anything else, Ralph?
That was my action, my bonus action, and my movement. And I believe poisoned is just the effect of not taking ongoing damage. Correct?
Correct. It is
Okay.
just getting the disadvantage.
All right. I'm good.
So that is your turn, Ralph. At the end of your turn, in this kind of region, you are just at the edge of where this smell kind of roams. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
I sure can. All right. And this is something that a Thule dice can be applied to, yes? And is it after the roll?
Yes, after
Okay.
the roll, but before the result.
Okay. So if I rolled particularly shitty, like I just did, not
Damn, that's crazy.
11.
With an 11,
I
you
tried.
have already thrown up most of what is in your stomach.
Oh wait,
so
is she within 10 feet of Alice?
There is nothing left.
I'm just flying out of the sky.
An 11 is a success.
Julie, you saved me!
Just from lack of anything in your stomach, you are still throwing up. You're like,
Drive!
and it no longer imposes a disadvantage. You can keep your eyes open for that. That is your turn, Ralph. That brings us to
You're just like,
Captain Mar and the boat. So a couple of things happen all at once. Well, the boat moves at the end of the turn. So
Okay.
they are going to turn this creature behind them that took this attack. They are going to just make an attack against. That is going to be a 3 on the die for a total of 7. That is a miss. But they are going to use their bonus action to disengage.
Yeah, because we're goblins.
Because they're goblins. And he is going
Can't
to
catch us.
here. He's going to run over here. And then Nora, he is going to get right behind you.
Oh,
Makes
He's not
sense.
hiding behind you.
North.
He's still running. He's just doesn't have a ton of movement.
he's just going forward. Okay, bye.
It seems to be making their way towards that sail, just rushing back. That is the captain's turn. The boat.
how much does the boat? Oh, I gotta make sure this.
That would like sound like.
Is this a floating, disconnected piece of raft?
It is.
Okay.
And as the boat moves forwards with only 1 hit point left each,
Hey!
the river ghouls are just
Yeah, boat.
run over. You can hear this as it just runs them over, and they just kind of die under this space.
The boat has a higher kill count than all of us.
Oh my god.
That is the turn.
Yeah,
I will say, at the end of the boat's movement, Nora,
Hi.
the Captain Mar, Emmy, Tonky, all of you are kind of overwhelmed with this stench, and you imagine if you end your turn in this area, it is going to potentially poison you.
I don't know where I'm gonna go, so that's fine.
There you go. That brings us to Emmy.
I don't think I can swim.
Sorry, I was just thinking about this, the spell that you had asked us about.
Oh, the
That'd be really nice here, wouldn't it?
air bubble around head spell.
Damn. It's like every time spells get brought up, it's
like
like,
your
oh no, that one doesn't, we don't need that. We end up needing
Alana is the MVP of that, by the way.
It's situational,
as-
but we are in a
as Minka
situation.
almost seem to have a talent for knowing what to
finding
pick and then
ourselves.
just not doing it.
Yeah.
in these situations.
Remember the time we were in a cave with no breathable air? Water breathing wouldn't help us there.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
When you mentioned it.
Here for a moment.
Okay.
Still the water.
Yeah, it's fine.
Checkmate.
Light's blessing to you all. And I'm going to cast Bless on Tonky, Grimgob, and Ralph.
Okay.
And bless rings.
Thanks, Emmy.
And then you're moving back.
Do some poison ring.
So you flood this space with this healing flame. From you, there is this kind of fire that emanates out, washing over the wood, not catching anything, but just striking and healing your allies in this space. And then as this waves away from you, you take a step back, ducking underneath this sail and out of the smell. You burst into a region of fresh air, though you are just on the cusp of this aroma. You do not need to make any additional saves. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. That brings us to Tonky. Tonky, the smell is unbearable.
Yeah,
You
but
see-
be hashtag blessed. So. All right. Is the boat where the barrels are like difficult terrain?
Yes.
So.
But you can stand atop any of those stacks of barrels or boxes.
Gotcha.
You do have to be careful with this square.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a guy here, and there's a guy down here. Is he in
There's-
base contact?
There's
Here,
also
here,
a
here.
guy right here.
Right.
He is technically in base contact. I think when the boat moved, he just got moved by the
And a guy here as well.
I
dresser
think-
that fell
I think
off.
the captain is there.
Oh, is that
Captain's
the
in the
Yeah,
boat.
behind Nora.
Captain
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
behind.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So there's not. Okay.
That's the
You
captain.
guys.
Oh, I thought that was a zombie that just was running past me, and I was like, yeah,
Nope.
sure, go
Nope.
that way.
Different goblin. Living goblin.
So many goblins.
Freshly healed goblin.
Can't tell the difference between a live one and a dead one, Nora?
Wow.
Damn!
It's the aroma.
So Tonky's gonna.
You're making it worse.
Overwhelming.
You're saying
Everything
that
smells
they
like
all
zombie
smell the
right
same?
now.
Grimgob, you don't
For
smell like
flavor,
zombies.
Tonky takes a
Thanks,
big
Julie.
deep breath,
Hey.
runs into the. Oh my god. She's here. She's on this barrel.
Gotcha.
And she's gonna. That was just about 15 feet, so to get there, and then she's gonna
Grapple that guy.
All right, make your check.
grapple.
14.
More than 14?
No, 13.
Damn.
You try to grab this creature, and as you wrap your arms around them, their whole skin just pulls away. It is like a wet fruit by the foot, and that causes you to just recoil as this just sloughs off.
I don't think
Oh,
you.
I didn't add bless.
I don't think
For
you
total
can.
of?
Ability check?
It's an ability check. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not.
Is it an ability check or is it an attack?
It is,
It's
I
an
believe
ability
it's.
check.
You don't get blessed on ability checks.
You don't get
Oh, attack. Oh, I got so excited. Okay. Yeah, his gross skin comes off on me.
You just recoil,
Gross.
you release him, he just kind of
Yeah.
wobbles on the barrel.
Why do we keep finding the undead?
Man, I don't know. On boats, no less. Boat. Let's see. Guess that's all I can do.
All right, Tonky, you
know
hold
what?
your place.
I'm gonna action surge.
There you go. You
Try
action
again,
surge.
because I really
How
want to
much
throw him at
conflict
his
could there
friend.
possibly be on the Lake of Conflict? You action surge.
Whatever. Try again.
Whatever.
That is going to be better. That is a 16.
I also got a 16.
What is your strength? It's definitely higher.
18.
You wrap around this creature. They try to squeeze away, but there is no more skin for them to squeeze out of. Your arms touch their bones and kind of wrap around. There is nowhere else for them to go. They are grappled.
Okay. That I think is it. Well, can I turn to my side and just drop him off the boat?
I don't think so.
I've already used my full movement,
Right,
so I guess
yeah.
not.
I think
okay.
probably you're just kind of stuck there at the moment.
Alright.
But where you stand, you are out of this aroma. You do not need to make a saving throw. That is your turn, Tonky.
Yeah, and she's like, "Me got this one."
All right, you yell that. That brings us to Nora.
Ah! It really just smells awful here. It's just the zombies. It's not any of you. And Aura, with you, sends out magic missiles at this guy.
Very nice. Okay.
It's first level.
Roll your damage.
Did
Which
you
one?
just say you?
Standing tall.
Okay, the guy's standing
No, that's
tall.
not what Nora would say.
That hill. He has taken just a tiny bit of damage. This is the one that Nora's grappling? I mean, sorry, that Tonky's grappling?
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
This right here.
Yeah.
He is grappled. He's even got a ring to prove it. I know what I'm doing.
Woo! Woo! Max damage!
Whoa!
How much?
15!
15 points of force damage, I
Nice.
believe.
Yeah.
With 15 points of force damage, this magic missile erupts out from you almost like fireworks, zooming around and through these different elements of barrels, just winding between some of your legs, over your shoulders, Ralph, and then winding back and just puncturing this creature again and again and again. Tonky, as you grab this thing, you're like, oh, no more flesh left. But as this punctures, it's just gore and blood all over your face. I'm sorry. And this creature looks down. There is a gaping hole in its head. One of its eyes kind of looks at you from below its jaw, and still it goes, but it just bubbles blood. It is almost dead, but still up.
Tonky's like, "Me regret me using me action surge for this. Me wish me wasn't hugging him."
Just, it sits there, just, and the eyeball just taps you in the cheek. Anything else, Nora?
Crouch.
The little eye on your screen squints slightly, but that brings us to the top of the round and
Must have been
to
the wind.
the dead. Emmy, from where you are, suddenly the smell becomes overwhelming once more, and you can hear beneath you the sounds of fingers digging into the wood, almost excited, almost seeking this radiant aroma that you leave in your wake, and suddenly a long, almost gray, slimy arm just reaches over the top, and this creature, like a humanoid, taller than the goblins, really a human at one point, but almost like gray skin. And as the mouth opens, the teeth look almost filed down, and this long tongue rolls out. But most of all, as they climb aboard, this is the source of that smell.
Oh no.
Smelly boy.
Ooh boy. Stinky man. Oh no, it's the stink meaner.
Excuse
What? Julian, we're not all as well traveled as you.
And this creature, as it rises up out of this space, the smell is overwhelming. They seem stronger and a little bit more vital than the other creatures, and a little bit more intelligent. They are going to sink their teeth just straight into your shoulder. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Watch out! I'm gonna use cutting words reaction.
Okay.
-4.
-4. Does a
To damage or to hit?
18
To
hit?
hit.
Okay.
That's still gonna hit.
Alrighty.
For the
They
try.
sink these teeth in, and you take 10 points of piercing damage as they dig and then rip their head, almost like an alligator, trying to tear flesh away. That is the Riverghast's turn. That brings us to... Oh, the rest of the dead.
Could use it on the damage. I didn't know that.
Okay, so remind me, this gentleman...
Oh.
Random direction.
Random
Walk
direction.
Can I
Yeah.
borrow a dice
I'll
from you?
move Moves in a random direction.
Okay.
Full movement?
Yep. Uses their
He
movement.
splashes into the water, and he dashes.
Splash and dash.
Slash and dash.
Slash and
But in
dash.
his wake, another climbs. Grimgob, that one gets to where you are. This one will get up. They will flank you, Grimgob.
Are they new goblins? Because
These are
technically,
not new goblins.
okay, because technically the cube is still here, and it's creatures within the cube. So
I think that only
No,
activates on your
it's at
turn,
the start
right?
of your turn. We did this
It's
last
not
time.
persisting.
Yes.
Like the
It is when the effect occurs.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's each creature in the cube must succeed in a wisdom saving throw beginning at the start of your next turn. Until the start of your next turn. It's when that kind of surge occurs
Gotcha.
that takes
Okay.
place. So,
Much as it would
Grimgob.
benefit me. Yeah.
Two of these ghouls now flank you. They do get advantage on their attacks. They're going to attack with their claws. The first one is going to be a 17 to hit.
That hit.
Okay. That is only going to be 5 points of slashing damage, but can you make a Constitution saving throw?
And you.
Uh, 21.
With a 21,
Thanks, Blix.
as this creature claws up and into your chest for a moment, whatever their flesh is, as it leaves skin behind in these open wounds, almost threatens to just sink into your essence. You can feel your blood run cold, and for just a moment, you almost feel yourself fall paralyzed.
Ah, gross. I gotta precious digitate that later.
But you do not. And then the one behind you attacks. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of slashing damage. And can you make another Constitution
7?
saving throw? 7, yes. And then another Constitution saving
8.
throw, please.
8.
You rolled an 8?
I rolled an 8.
That is a failure. As this one scratches across, now your blood turns to ice. You can feel your joints lock up, and Grimgob, you are paralyzed for the next minute, though you can repeat the saving throws at the end of each of your turns.
Hoisted by your own petard.
Where he is.
And suddenly, just as you had enthralled these creatures with ice, you find yourself locking up as well.
Well.
Though this is almost poison
terrible.
pumping through your skin. That is both of the ones up there. I believe I have one more.
So
Oh,
there's
yes, I have.
Those two,
Barrel
the one
and
being grappled by Tonki and the one next to it.
bookcase.
Tonki, they cannot scratch you for being grappled, but they are going to bite. Tonki, that is a 21 to hit.
That does it, yes.
Damn.
They sink their teeth in, and you take 10 points of piercing damage as you
That is
grappling
so
them.
many.
They are barely up. You can see this hole going all the way through their head, but the jaw still works. They take a deep bite right into your neck, and you can see from this hole the blood that emerges is not theirs. They're biting to eat, and they just rip and gnaw. But that is all of the dead. That brings us to Thule.
Okay. So now, at the start of my turn, this can move around. It's here, I believe. Right?
Yep. It's a little bit.
Here.
So it was over at the front. It's a little bit. I think it's 5 feet further north. Yeah.
North?
Yeah.
So that currently is
Yeah.
on top of Tonki, FYI, because she's standing on the barrel that's
Okay.
But you get to move it and then
Yeah,
roll the
yeah,
effect.
standing here.
Oh
So
yeah, right.
I'm going.
She just kept falling over.
Be clumsy. I can't even see who's on the other side. Am I getting anyone besides all of us?
You're getting like a single zombie over here.
Oh, okay. I'm probably then going to, seeing Emmy all alone with the big rot guy over here, drop my concentration on that and cast Phantasmal Force on that guy.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. What kind of save is that?
It is
It's going to be.
an
He's going to roll a
intelligence
3.
save.
He's gonna roll a 3 for an intelligence save.
Yes, he is.
That, I assume, is going to be a failure.
That's going to be a failure.
For you, Nora,
Nice.
as you kind of watch all of this happen from the position that you have almost been sort of stuck in, You look over at Thule, who now emerges towards this creature, kind of moving towards you in the direction of Emmy. You turn and you can see Emmy and this creature just looming over them, and your vision splits. And you see different versions of what this moment could look like. You can see places where it ends negatively, places where you lose members of your party, but you choose something different. You choose a place where this creature fails. And what happens to this creature?
So this creature is going to imagine that a group of Aasimar clerics have descended upon them to reap holy vengeance. Because I'm assuming, without knowing anything more about this type of undead, holy will probably be something that will confound them.
That's phenomenal. Okay, so they fail that. I believe they also take damage from that.
An affected creature or an affected target is so convinced of the phantasm's reality that it can even take damage from the illusion. A phantasm created to appear as a creature can attack the target. Similarly, a phantasm created to appear as fire, a pool of acid, or lava can burn the target. Each round on your turn, it deals 1d6 psychic damage.
So roll 1d6, because certainly as to this creature's
area.
perspective, the heavens open up, and these Aasimar, angelic, almost paladin-like figures just descend from the skies.
5
That is
psychic
certainly
damage.
a frightening thing. They take 5 points of psychic damage. It deals the full amount that you would expect. And I would say, Emmy, you can see this creature looks up and the dead eyes widen. This tongue retracts back into its mouth and it just hisses at the air and says, "Clerics! I hate clerics!" Yes,
Is this an undead?
it is in common.
What'd you just say?
Clerics. I hate clerics. And it is
Oh
in
no,
common.
sorry.
No.
Is the creature undead?
Yes, it is.
This doesn't happen.
Do you want to pick a different spell?
Are you? Wait a minute.
This
It
effect.
Read your spells.
This spell has no effect on. It's a long
To
ass.
be
Yeah,
fair,
it's very long.
it's like a dissertation of a spell.
This creature is undead, unfortunately.
Just use my portent.
You want to just pick a different? Can he pick a different? Would he have known that? And can he pick a different spell?
Honestly, this is sort of a penalty for not knowing the spell.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oof.
this casts over, really having never tried to cast a spell like this on an undead creature, no real reason to know that it would not work. And so you try, you learn, and you try again.
Chat boys.
Nora
It's an F on the
nods.
chat and an F on the report card. For sure. But you try to cast a spell, it does not take hold. Anything else, Thule?
Sorry, Nora.
Grimgod.
Contextual.
You're a menace.
Thanks for your sick port, and here's a D6.
You're a menace.
For you, Grimgob, you watch as Thule demonstrates none of the qualities of the School of Dominant Minds.
Menace.
You watch magic being cast in a way that is not seizing reality and making it your own. You watch something entirely different happen. What are you doing, Grimgod?
It was really
I
good
am-
magic. It was just not on the right person.
I'm vibing because I'm paralyzed, right?
You are, that's right. So at the end of your turn, make a saving throw, please.
You got this.
23.
With a 23, at the sight of your allies not able to cast this magic in a way that you want, that enrages you and forces you to break free of this paralyzation. And you imagine you probably cannot fall victim to that again for the next 24 hours.
Nice.
That is...
I need to fight
that is
every
your-
single ghoul in the campaign
There
in
we
the
go.
next 24 hours.
That is your turn, Grimgob. That brings us to Ralph.
Okie dokie. So Grimgob is back in action.
Grimgob is back in action.
Probably looking...
Unfortunately for us, yeah.
Grimgob 2, back in
It's
action.
ranged.
Grimgob
Okay, so I will.
Globe Goblin.
Okay, I'm first going to see if I can move.
Okay. You can look around, and this is a crowded real estate.
Yeah.
But you can hop over to this little bit of raft if you want to. There is a little bit of real estate behind you.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna make this any better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the raft's moving this way,
Correct.
right? Is this like a relatively? Does this piece look like it could hold me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will back up to here.
So you leap off this raft, landing on this almost door-sized piece of wood. It wobbles under the weight of you and your armor. Titanic was correct. Jack would not fit. This is only going to hold you and nobody else.
Okay, that's very fair. I'm then going to cast a first level guiding bolt upon this guy.
Awesome. Go ahead and make that range spell attack. As you leap, you just turn and hurl this guiding bolt like you are shooting backwards in an action movie.
21 to hit.
21 hits, absolutely.
All right, so that's going to be 4d6.
And this is an undead creature.
Radiant damage. I don't think it does anything
Okay.
extra for an undead creature. Unless the radiant damage happens to do more. But I think we have established that it does
As it
not.
strikes, it seems to do the full amount that you'd expect.
Annoying.
Oh.
So that is a total of 17 points of radiant damage.
17 points of radiant damage. This bolt just hits them straight in the chest. It erupts, burning their flesh, burning their clothes. They are still alive, but this flame licks up their body. They are badly hurt. Almost all of these creatures now badly hurt.
Okay, cool.
It's like he's
That
saying
was
it to
my
taunt us.
action. And then there's a leveled spell, so I cannot do any of those. Are there any like observations or anything I can make at bonus action speed? I'm gonna get to know.
As you turn around and kind of survey this space, you can tell that on one of these bits of floating wood, there is what looks almost like a treasure chest.
Okay.
Aside from that, not much that you could tell, just a bonus action.
Okay. So I will. I think I will just look at Tonki and be like, Tonki, throw that thing aside and take care of Grim. And that's it.
Oh, okay.
That is your turn, Ralph. That brings us to
Like, take care.
Captain Moore.
Hey.
Oh, he fell over.
Oh, no, where'd he go?
He's in the middle.
He's like behind, he's like right
yeah.
here.
Okay,
Yeah, he's just.
He's just a tiny boy.
He's a tiny guy.
The one I'm grappling that fell over from his perch the other on the other side.
Yeah.
He's going to run up to his sort of command post here in the back of the barge. Ducking under the sail, he sees this creature rising up over you, Emmy. He is going to reverse his grip on his dagger and just throw it at this creature,
I believe.
yelling, "Watch out!" That is going to be a 22. That is a hit.
Hey!
Right in the
Max damage for 5 points of damage.
Oh, what
The river
What a
goblin.
goblin hero.
That doubles the amount of damage that they have taken in total, and this creature just hisses out. The goblin is taking his turn. Then he is going to duck back behind the sail and bonus action hide.
Good for him.
And none of you lose him. He
Oh!
that is a stealth of 10. All of you have a higher
Buddy,
passive perception.
You're
But
doing so good.
he is hidden from the creatures. That's all that counts. That is his turn. And at the end of his turn, this boat moves. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just going to reach between you guys here.
Yeah.
Are you on the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
She's
couldn't
right there,
balance
technically.
on the
But
barrel
Ralph
there.
is not.
I'm not on the boat intentionally. I stepped off
Yeah,
the boat for a good reason.
Yeah.
You step off the boat kind of strikes this, it just shifts slightly in the water, you have to maintain your balance, but now the boat just passing you by. That is Captain Mars' turn. That brings us to Emmy.
We have a lot of great options, so we're just gonna, we're gonna Sacred Flame it.
Okay.
I believe that is a Dexterity saving throw, please.
That is going to be a 9.
That is a failure.
Nice.
You're on the other side, I know.
Yeah, but-
you're at least on the boat now.
Perfect.
4, 7 points of radiant damage.
Very nice. This creature is now starting to look hurt. As you hit them, this dagger strikes, little flames kind of bursting across them. They grunt but continue to kind of move towards you. This mouth opens up, this tongue unlolls. There is saliva just running down their jaw.
And then as I can still see the captain and he's now within range, I'm gonna stay where I am because I can't let him die.
There you go.
Protect the one guy who can sail this
Cannot
boat.
let the driver die. Protect the pilot. That is your turn.
And brace myself for the impact.
That brings us to Tonki.
Alright, so Tonki is definitely gonna go help Grimmy.
Alright, where's Grimmy? He's down there.
Yeah.
And he's got a dude on either side of him.
The one that is in line with you is also glowing. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
So these guys are small. I'm
Yep.
grappling a small one.
Yes, you are.
Can I go ahead and just throw him at this guy?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Nice. I do that.
Yeah, make a ranged weapon attack. I imagine you're not proficient with throwing goblins, so just a ranged weapon attack.
Oh, come
Wait,
on.
are you tavern?
No, not yet.
Because that would certainly
That would
count.
work.
Yeah.
Do you get your damage at the start of turn for grapple? I forget.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
because
in
I
which
might matter.
case, in which case, as this
Oh,
individual had just a
it's a
single
D4.
hit point left, you squeeze as
killed the rules.
Ralph just says release, or who tells Tonki to release this creature? As Ralph says release this person and go help out Grimmy, you just go, and you just squeeze a little tighter, and your arms just pass straight through the body as it just becomes pulp.
I liked the
underneath
idea of
you.
her using the corpse.
One day, don't worry.
You can reach down and just pick up a leg and hit them with the leg if you want, but your other weapon's probably more effective now.
Yes. Okay, so you can actually just put her here. She's going to reach down and I guess just punch him.
Okay, make your attack roll.
One of these.
At advantage.
At advantage, they are glowing brightly.
These are hard to read. That's a 10. 16.
16 is a hit.
Get him.
That is gonna be a get 'em. It's 7 points of fist bludgeon damage.
You squeeze this ghoul into pulp, you step over, and then reaching back, you just slam your fist down on this glowing ghoul. Your fist drives through its head, through its neck, through its shoulders, almost down into the ocean. And for you, Ralph, you're like watching you instruct Tonki, and as these creatures are drawing by, all this happens just directly in front of you, almost like a slow motion play just going across. And at the very end, Tonki just kind of waves to you, but that creature dead as well.
Nice.
While she waves, Tonki's gonna be like, Ralph, you need a hand?
Fine.
Me not believe you, but okay.
Take that man away. Goblin man.
All right. Anything else, Tonki?
That's my turn.
All right. You pulp 2 of these ghouls, and that brings us to Nora.
Turn
Nora's
around.
catchphrase.
This is Nora's having a bad time, okay? Nora thought
Is Nora not having a bad time?
honestly, Nora's versions of adventuring had very different outcomes in the books, and she was very much looking forward to those adventures.
What kind of
And-
books were you reading?
The nice ones!
It's a lot more shirtless men.
I was trying to find a joke about being horny, but
We got there.
There were bards in them.
So did
Shirtless bards.
So Nora, this adventure not going the way that you want it to
It is
go.
not.
There is flesh rotting across much of this deck. What are you doing?
Nora's, you know what? An oldie but a goodie. We're just gonna stick with the good old magic missile. Can she see the gas ghoul thing from where she is?
Not from where you currently are. The
Heard.
sail just billows, providing the goblin exactly 2 stealth from the ghast.
If I crouch, can I see?
No.
what if I jump up a little like this?
All right, so it's difficult terrain to move on the boat.
Correct. On the parts that have like stuff on them.
Okay.
The parts that are clear, there is a pathway.
One.
It's just largely blocked.
So my base is just wide enough that it's hard to move her. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I move past the sail?
Yes, you can. You can duck underneath.
All right.
Limbo check.
Now we can see gas.
There you go.
Now we do magic missile.
Make this attack roll. Or, sorry, roll damage.
Exactly.
Gotta love a magic missile.
We're gonna do it at level 2.
Good old dependable. Ooh.
Oh no.
It feels so like appropriate to important stuff, you know?
The extreme
Just-
opposite.
Really?
For a total of?
No.
Oh my god.
2, 4, 7. This is weirdly hard. 11.
11. Okay.
Not bad.
That was a level 2. The first one was a level 1.
It's rough out here.
Where
The
you
dice
are,
give it and the
Emmy,
dice
this
take
creature,
it.
you stand where you are to protect this goblin, and then suddenly streaks of arcane light pass through this creature, just straight through its body, and it stands still, badly hurt. Its body almost caves in for lack of substance, but still alive, still intent on you. Anything else, Nora?
The battles never smelled bad in the books. The end.
That brings us to the top of the round and to the
Very
dead.
fair.
Maybe you're just reading people that don't write all the senses. Okay, so
They
that's
write
one.
senses. They write about smells, just not these smells.
I'm just down to a single zombie fighting Grimgob.
And this
I
man.
got my other
There's
guy.
one, yeah. Definitely.
Can you place him right behind Thule?
That
He is
would
gonna
be
climb aboard.
inappropriate.
Okay, so one on Grimgob, one on Thule, and then the ghast on...
Is this one out of the combat or?
Yeah, they are out of the combat.
Alright.
Thank you. So, first with you, Grimgob, this creature is going to strike with its claws. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's bigger than that. Ooh, Grimgob, you are taking 12 points of slashing
no.
damage as
Oh,
this creature
no.
climbs aboard and finally, free of
Wow.
ice, free of any kind of condition, it just swipes into you twice. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
You alive there, buddy?
Is this against being paralyzed?
It is.
Okay. I'm immune to that because of it's no longer You said I was immune to it for 24 hours, or is this different?
No, this is different.
Oh, it's
That
different.
is to the
Okay.
smell.
It was the smell.
Oh.
Smell is
No,
different.
you paralyzed me
Paralyzed.
earlier. You said it couldn't be done again in 24 hours.
Be the saving throws and everything. I must have misspoke then. That's for the stench, not the claws.
Oh, okay.
My fault. My fault.
Fair.
Oh no.
Is it a bad set?
It's bad.
It
It's
sounds like you're paralyzed.
it's 9.
As it
No, in
scratches
7?
into you, it really just shreds into your chest. Not again! And this flesh melts in, almost freezing you
easier to carry.
solid. But that is the one fighting you, flashing back over to the one that
I was
just
once in this
climbs
combat.
aboard behind you, Thule. It is going to scratch at you with its claws.
The dice give it.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh no. I'm gonna. I can't even. It's not even worth it. Yeah, that hit me.
That is 9 points of slashing damage. And can you make a Constitution saving throw,
I
please?
can certainly try.
Been conserving spell slots, but maybe I shouldn't.
Let me see here. That might be okay. Con save 16.
That is a success. You are not paralyzed by this creature. And then we fly all the way back to Emmy. Emmy, this river gas is badly hurt, but it is still going to attempt to attack you. It strikes out with its claws. That is going to be only a 13 to hit.
It misses!
And so it misses. That is all that it can do. And it has no reason to leave.
I'm just like mean mugging it back.
Yeah, it runs you right back. That is all of the dead. That brings us to Thule.
Okay.
Does he have reason to stay?
This creature claws into you. It raises its claws again. What are you doing, Thule?
It's like right up on me, right?
Right
I
up on
can't
you.
It
All
is
up
like,
on.
yeah,
Is it
it's
like-
base contact. He's this man. Yeah,
right
that's
up your
yeah.
butt.
Okay.
Like way up there.
Yep.
I don't like that at all.
I don't make the rules.
Getting real friendly.
Okay. I guess this guy's just gonna get a starry wisp to the face.
Okay.
As he
Sometimes what happens after you
Yeah. Like, oh
No, Kara.
Oh no, he's not. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Oh no, I go.
Or sorry, is it the one right behind you?
Yeah.
The one that's actively trying to eat my face.
A 12 is a meets a pizza.
Oh hell yeah! Take some starry wisp, my guy.
You tell him.
Take some star. 1 star.
Hey,
One
but
star rating.
At least it feels the full amount that you'd expect. Anything else?
That's not
You
necessary.
static shock this ghoul as it rises out of this water, slashing into you. You reach out and just kind of shock it back.
I guess I don't want to use my last for this. Can I take another? Can I move anywhere? I can't. You're like right there, yeah.
You can difficult terrain. You can also.
Oh, you
run
can move this
forward.
way.
Yeah, I'm gonna run forward a little bit.
Okay.
How
I'll
much?
take the attack.
That will provoke that attack.
I'm gonna throw it.
They reach out with their claws, and that is only going to be a 12 to hit.
That's gonna be where I use my reaction and go no, cutting words.
Nay.
Minus enough. I am now not.
He reaches forward, and you go, no, and he goes, just kind of draws back, feeling very uncomfortable with the situation. That is your turn, Thule.
Yes. That's it.
Alrighty, you scamper forward on the boat. That brings us to Grimgob. This creature has done a tremendous amount of damage to you. It looms over you. What are you doing?
Bah. I make a Constitution save.
End of your turn.
There goes that dice.
It's gone forever
Skipped
now.
right out, yeah. Yeah, that clear for sure.
14.
14, you break free of this paralysis at the end of your turn. But it takes you 6 seconds each time. That is your turn, Grimgob. That brings us to Ralph.
Okie dokie. And I too am attempting to conserve my spell slots, and I'm wondering of the value of doing so. As I float down the river gently. So Tully's over there now. How I'm assuming because of the barrels and stuff, this is a much more challenging
That's difficult terrain.
That's
remount.
difficult terrain, so instead of it just being like an easy kind of jump for the height, that would probably be an athletics check. It would probably be like an action to do.
Yeah. Okay. So instead of that, oh my neck just cracked really bad.
Oh no.
Damn.
Sorry, I zinged me a little bit. So we have. Where's my ruler? We had so the zombies are left are this guy, and this guy.
Correct.
Yeah, zombie gas.
Technically, it's a ghoul and a ghast.
Google gas.
Google gas.
Ghast is really just
Stinkier version of Duck Duck Goose.
But you know what?
Do we know that it's a ghast?
A
like
ghast.
the like the
A ghast
PC.
is.
Okay, I'm going to Sacred Flame this guy. So that's
Okay.
a dexterity saving throw, please.
10.
That is a failure.
Okay.
So I will huck a small bit of Tear's Might towards it for 3 radiant damage.
Every little bit counts, and this creature still up. It is struck as it tries to go forwards towards Thule. Thule, this creature has to stop as this flame hits it.
And then... Can I see Grimgob?
No, there's a
Probably
tonky in the
not,
way.
Okay.
Hello.
Let me just double check healing word. I think it's only here, but no, you can see.
There's a
Take
tonky
a
at
better
top
door
stuff.
than window.
Yeah, and I'm assuming, but I'm assuming because Thule's actually standing in real life, I can see Thule.
Yeah, you can see Thule's head.
Okay, cool.
That's the one problem with a kneeling man.
Yeah.
Not Tonky. Tully's eternally got like 3/4.
He's not. How hurt does Thule look at a glance?
Probably like 2/5 hurt.
Okay, and I can't see everything. Mother, jeez. Okay, I will.
Mother G's.
Mother jeez. I will. Ralph will look at Thule, and just basically be like, Thule, I hate to say this, but Grimgob is in danger. You need to save him.
Oh no.
And I will healing word you.
And Ralph says this as they balance on this almost door-sized piece of wood that just bobs gently in the wake of this river craft.
For maximum healing of
Hey.
8.
Hey, there we go. That's
Very
pretty good.
nice.
I will
That's like
continue to drift.
Pretty much back
Okay.
and full.
You just stand on this piece of wood watching this craft go by. This is your chance to get rid of this party. That is your turn, Ralph.
I'm going back to the fort.
That brings us to the captain. So the captain, now having realized
I've
that
dealt with the
throwing his
problem.
dagger is the only thing that he is his only weapon, is going to
I couldn't move down the ship.
difficult terrain. And then he is going actually bonus action. He is going to attempt to hide in that barrel.
Inside the barrel?
Yeah, he's just going to dive straight into it. And as he goes to dive into it, the lid completely secure. So there is a loud clang, and he just slinkies himself onto the top. His head hits his neck, his shoulders. He compresses his entire spine with a natural one, and just like slams into the barrel, kind of dazed on his back. The Captain Bard does not have a very cinematic moment at that moment. He is not. He's a little dazed, but he's okay.
He's gonna snap his neck.
Noticeably dazed, and that's the problem.
Right. It was a little too late for my poison roll, but I didn't think that.
Alright, I can make it back on the ship now.
And that brings us to, they're still on the boat, they're fine. That brings us to Emmy.
Emmy is going to hold her hands together, thumbs up, light consume you, abomination, and there'll be burning hands. I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
That is pretty good. That's a 19.
That will succeed, but he still takes half.
Snap, slap, silvery barbs.
Okay.
Sorry.
9.
We need to get Kara a
There you
bell
go.
that she can ring or something.
Ding!
Are those buttons
A
that
gong.
they give to dogs?
Everybody
where
stop
it's
until
just
I
like
say
a
my
couple
dice thing.
pre-recorded things. So you can
Silvery
just like-
barbs.
And 12
Silvery
points of
buttons.
fire damage.
12 points of fire
Advantage on
damage.
two. Wait,
As
do you
you
have an enemy?
As,
I think.
as you cast Burning Hands and you say, light consume you, there is this of fire that erupts out. The captain, as they kind of slam their heads, they kind of look over, almost unconscious. They watch as the flames crawl up this individual and just ignite them, burning this river ghast away. And they are dead. The stench goes down. Their corpse still not smelling the best on fire, though it may be, but no longer requiring Constitution saving throws.
Free
in this
action
way.
kind of kicked the last bits off.
No problem. He's kicked this, just foul-smelling steam comes off the river. But that is your action.
Back on this side so I can see what's going on over here and say fuck.
Okay. You, from this kind of sail, just in time to hear this clank. And you can see Captain Mars' legs just go stiff. Their arms almost in like the fencer pose. This is like brain damage probably. And then they just kind of collapse. You can just hear from that side. But they are still on the raft. Anything else, Emmy?
So good at healing. Where did that guy stab?
Can I see Grimgob from where I am? I'm assuming no because of the
Tonki.
Tonki
It's more the Thule and the...
and the Thule and the
Thule.
boxes.
Thule
and-
Grimgob
boxes
is
on
behind
the
that giant.
I think you can't see Grimgob for the barrels.
Fair enough. So yes, that's it.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Emmy. That brings us to Tonki.
Alright.
Tonki, you are blessed. You stand at the front of this ship, and behind you, this creature just is pulling hunks of flesh off of Grimgob.
Not my buddy!
It's one of those very script.
She's
No,
gonna...
Skyrite.
Just like a constant arrow. Here. And...
She's gonna try to shove him off the boat
Okay.
With advantage.
return to the
with
sea.
advantage.
Return
Oh,
to
and
the
this is
lake.
a special attack, so this one's less.
Okay.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's 26.
With a 26, that certainly beats their 11. You reach out, seeing this creature, you stomp over and then just shove with all of your might, and this creature flies off this craft, and you shove them straight overboard. There is a splash as they enter the water, and that groaning is drowned. Anything else, Tonki?
Yeah, as a free action, she's gonna go, Grimmy needs some help over here.
You look down, Grimmy just covered in blood.
Yeah.
You can see, like, barely able to move. But that is your turn, Tonki.
It's my turn.
That brings us to Nora.
Are there any enemies
There's
left?
one left.
Oh, the
One
guy, he's
left.
standing there.
Yeah.
Can I see him? No. I have to move around the sail, don't I?
Yes, you do, but you can pass through the sail, just kind of ducking underneath
Yeah,
it.
it's just I will be then in base contact with him.
You
And I'm
will be.
squishy! And also, that's where my sister's gonna go.
Yeah.
Damn,
That's where I'm re-entering the boat.
Can you poke your head around? What's happening?
Run! Ah!
Yeah, you know.
And then, oh, I wasn't expecting there to be a zombie left. You know what? I have a better idea. Keep running.
Okay, that does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
That is going to be a natural 8 on the die for a total of 10.
That hits, believe it or not.
It swings with this, and Nora, you do take... Not bad. You do take 5 points of slashing damage, and can you make a Constitution saving throw before you continue moving?
I've decided to stop moving.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 16 plus 17.
You decided you are not forced because you are not paralyzed from that attack.
And we're going to say... I've lost a die because of when I tried to get it out of my container. I threw it and I don't know where it went. But, again, I really just wanted to have a nice ride. Hellish Rebuke.
Dexterity save?
Yes. How dexterous is this ghoul?
10.
Not dexterous enough. 9, 6, 7... Plus 9 is 22 points of fire damage.
And Nora, tell us how it happens. Unhurt was this creature until you touched it and just erupted it in
It
flames.
touched me.
Sorry, it touched you and erupted in flames. This creature just like a pillar in this space. In the early light of this morning, this is actually brighter than the rising sun for just a moment. And then
Consent.
the captain just runs over and just goes, "Not my boat!" and just starts stomping on the flames. This tiny little foot striving to stomp it out. But
Sorry.
you were all out of initiative.
I wish to re-enter the boat before it leaves me behind.
You leap, and with that spot left
push
behind
Ralph
by your
off.
sister,
Long live the king.
there is
think-
ample space for you to land.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Grimgob. Someone yelled, like, someone help Grimgob. And
That's
Grimgob, in his, like, covered in blood, he's gonna go, yeah, help me get this chest! And he's gonna run over and try to get the chest onto the
Okay.
boat.
Well,
I got you,
Tonki's
Grimmy.
also reaching out to grab it, so if he's like bleeding out his mouth, maybe this is.
So,
Emmy
Tonki,
is
you
making
grab
her
it, and
way
as you, like, hoist it up, Grimgob jumps onto the other side and then, like, lifts it up with you. You do most of the work, but Grimgob...
I make the chest half as heavy.
Okay.
So I am doing more than half the work now.
Absolutely. And you know that Grimgob is doing that on purpose.
Mathematically.
You push this up, you pull those down, and this chest just onto the deck.
When
While
he gets
that's
back up-
happening...
Emmy's setting out her healer's kit, and when he gets back up, she's going to grab him, pull him over, and begin.
When
He's
she
gonna-
does that, Tonki takes the opportunity to open the chest when you're ready.
Once the chest is secured, yeah, Grimgob's just gonna faint.
go to open this chest, and it is very much locked. But, is there anything else that you are all doing here?
Tonki's gonna be like, it's locked!
Weren't the zombies all surrounding the chest when we arrived?
They're kind of floating in the general
Okay.
vicinity.
Thanks,
Weren't,
Abby.
like, okay.
Ralph would like to stand atop of a secured piece of luggage that is not going to collapse under her weight,
Sure.
and just take like a 360 look around.
Make a perception check.
360.
How
Yes, scope.
In fact, with you, Captain Marr comes up and does this tiny little looking glass, and they're going to do. Actually, they're going to assist you. So make this check at advantage.
Ooh, hooray!
They're going to, as they look, say, "You know, Paladin, I appreciate your inspiration. You did a good job out there.
Thanks. And that is a total of... It's a +4, I believe. Let me just double check. Yes. 23.
With a 23, you actually note that there is little glints on the bottom of this river that you are lake that you are now kind of over. And I would say kind of also spotting this with you, Captain Mar is going to point down and go, "Hey, there's gold down there!" And sure enough, there are just little pieces of gold kind of nestled into elements of plant life, dozens of pieces, probably about 50 feet down. But even more than that, for you, Ralph, you can see that there is a very peculiar looking skull that is just kind of tucked into this space. It is a goblin skull, though portions of it have naturally become opalized over time. You can see parts of the eye socket, parts of a bulging part of the skull, and there are tiny little like ropes or little strings kind of dangling off, floating in the water, almost like kelp. Maybe things attached that have since floated away. And I would say with that check, this appears to be some kind of a goblinoid arcane focus.
Ralph will point down towards it and be like, "There's some strange arcane thing there. It looks expensive and important. I'm not getting it."
I peek over.
And this, Captain Mar will also go, "Do you want me to stop?"
Yeah, stop! And I'm gonna start to disrobe, come in my skivvies, and tie a rope around me, and tie the other end to Tonky, and dive in.
No, do not do that because Tonky is gonna do something herself.
Safe?
Okay.
So you see,
Tonky's busy.
I am unskivvying, so what do you do while I do that?
Like Baywatch moment of Grimgub takes a silver and you make a six-pack, but
Just a little tum.
Tonky with the chest is going to attempt to lockpick it, by which I mean she sits down. You can see brow furrowed, tongue sticking out the side because he's concentrating so hard. Holds the lock in her hand and picks it.
make an athletics check.
Just open up pistachios.
Yeah, that's 27.
The 27, you grab, and this is not a padlock. This is like a lock that is embedded in. But you take your fingers and just barely, with the wet wood, you can kind of squish in and kind of get your fingernails really on the other side of the metal. And then you take your hand and grab the wet wood. There is this, as you twist in and just rip the entire front of the chest off. A bit of rope just unravels onto the space, falling out of this chest. It does faintly glow. But to you, Tonky, probably more important, hundreds of pieces of silver and copper just flood out. Probably about 100 gold pieces worth of that currency.
She's gonna gather that up into like the bag, and then the glowing bit of rope. Arcana check?
Make an Arcana check.
I mean, does it have any arcane symbols on it?
It does not.
Where's the rope?
It is a rope.
It was in the chest.
Oh, okay.
5.
With the 5, this is a rope of tying. And with the correct skills, you can make a knot in it.
Grimmy gonna love this fancy rope.
I realized this. So now Grimgov is in his skivvies, and then he looks down. How far away is the skull?
About 50 feet.
Okay, I'm just like, oh, well. He look around and he's like, yeah, I did need to get naked for this. And he's going to cast Mage Hand. Pick it up. Because my Mage Hand goes 60 feet. Don't ask why.
It's just part of the spell. You're like the guy who can only be invisible when he's naked. You cast Mage Hand. And there is a almost imperceptible little, as it drops into the water and then dives beneath this translucent, almost like manta ray looking thing, just snaking down, and clutching the skull, you pluck it right off the bottom. And you pull this up, and in your hands, wet, emerges a skull about your size that is partially opalized. As you kind of turn it in the light, it is like a rainbow across pearl that just shines in parts of the skull. And Grimgob, you being a wizard, you know that you are holding an arcane focus that is probably worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Ooh.
while all of this is happening, probably have taken out the cheaper perfume, just giving a couple spritzes to everyone.
It smells bad here, and so for what it's worth, as you go and you spritz this, there is this warm aroma that just kind of envelops all of that and becomes significantly, almost like at first, in the first puff, where it's like concentrated, it's almost high school locker Axe body spray, but like a much nicer smell. It's just intense in this form, but that's really what you need. And then like a minute or two goes by, the wind blows, and all of you smell like you have just emerged sort of from like a vanilla scented cigar lounge. It is a very nice warm sort of aroma.
And I was also I wanted to check the coins that fell out of the chest. Are they of a particular age or culture?
Make a history check. I would say make so at advantage. There's some pretty telling marks here.
Are they cursed? Is the skull cursed?
Make an Arcana check if you are wondering that as you look at it.
Oof. Neither are very good. History... 12.
You look at those little bits of silver and copper, and it's mismatched. It's kind of pushed together. There is no symbology to it. These are semi-standardized amounts of silver and copper that have been taken from other places and then crudely smelted down. These are really less coins and more like goblin trading tokens that serve much the same function. And they're very poor in quality, but they're worth their weight in silver and in copper.
Cool. And how much was it again?
100 gold pieces worth.
Nice.
It's in the party treasury.
Goblin loot.
Can I also make an Arcana check on the skull?
Sure. With the 22, Nora, as you look at this skull and you look into the opalized eye socket in particular, it is almost like if you unfocus, you can be somewhere else. It is almost like you can see other things. And you recognize that this is not just an arcane focus. This could be used as a component in a very particular spell. Several, actually.
Weird.
So if Nora recognizes this, can Joe help Kara out?
This is an arcane focus worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay,
And so it will work for spells like clairvoyance.
gotcha.
It will work for something that requires a certain price for divination tools.
Will this
It
take
could work
place?
for a couple of different things.
Will it take place of a pearl worth 100 G?
It will not.
Damn.
You imagine you probably need a pearl with 100 gold pieces.
Oh.
And you've seen 2.
Oh.
And you just see like Nora begin to just start staring into its eyes and kind of just like,
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Can I also... Do I get my thing when I make a check for it?
Yeah, certainly.
just like getting sucked in.
25. Do I learn anything else?
Yeah. With the 25, as you look at this is an arcane focus that was made from a fallen sorcerer. Certain goblins, when they manifest wild magic, will leave behind these very odd-looking skeletons, and the bones from these goblins are treasured for their ability to cast magics. Magics that typically can foretell the future, that can do all sorts of, as you kind of look over at Nora, very Nora-adjacent things. This is something that you could probably trade it for almost twice its value to goblins. It's very worthwhile as a trading piece, but it also has some very powerful magical qualities.
That I know specifically would be good for divination
Correct.
spells. Okay.
Um,
So I'm gonna say, fuck.
And then Nora kind of like shakes. I said, "What? Is it cursed?"
No. I'm really fucking pissed. Even in their death, these silk knives almost killed another one of us. This is probably from a skull of the clan I used to go to, and I think this would be used to be a wizard of the clan I used to be in, I think. And I think it'd be really helpful for you, and he'll hand it over. And he looks pissed.
Nora is like very kind of just like,
Take the skull, Nora.
Yeah, Nora. Besides, Grimmy, me got something even better than a skull for you. And she holds out the glowing rope, and she's like, look.
Take your hand.
Rope
Look,
of
Grimmy.
tying.
It glows.
She do it care.
You want... This cheer you up. It's glowing. See?
What's that?
It's just a rope that, it magic. It let you tie knots. It's
Make an
glowing.
arcana.
Is it a magic
Do I get my
rope?
thing?
Make an arcana.
Do I get my
She's
thing?
just kind of waving it around.
No,
Oh, I don't.
I don't. Let me.
It's
let me
not
double
just a
check,
rope of
actually. One
tying?
second.
It's a rope of
I mean,
extra good tying.
it is rope of tying,
It's a +1
but
rope
it
of
glowing.
tying.
It's pretty rope of tying.
Oh, what's the like add-on for weapons that
You know
glow?
what? Yes, you do get your thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was yours?
15.
This is a magical rope. Certainly it is magical, and it's not just a rope of tying. You know that much. But you can't quite ascertain. It's odd. It doesn't have arcane symbols. It doesn't have any easy tells.
18.
Ooh,
With
that's
an
an interesting
18,
rope.
Me thought so too.
not only is this an interesting rope, there's something about the magic that is very enduring. Aside from that, kind of hard to tell what this might do. You do see vague bits of transmutation magic around it, but aside from that, hard
Do I
to
get
tell.
the sense if I like spend like an hour studying, I'll be able to ascertain more?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not. It's definitely magical. Let me hold on to it. I need more time to figure out what it does.
Okay, Grimmy. This make you feel better about that weird, gross skull?
What made me feel better was killing those zombies. Thank
That
you
was
for
pretty good.
Thanks for killing some of them.
Yeah, me had fun.
Yeah. Ralph. Thanks for helping me find that arcane focus. Do you want me to fish out some more of those golds you spotted?
If we have time, but
Captain Moore collapses their scope and they say, well, I think we have time. I didn't see anything out there, at least not immediately. And if you need to go and rescue whatever other treasures you want, now is perfectly good time.
I'm gonna.
I'm going to fish. This oil smells bad, yeah, but it's attracted quite a few things, and so I'm just going to use the time.
Maybe we all
Is
just
the
rest a
oil
little.
still?
I imagine it'll be safe enough for me to eat. I don't know about all of you, but if somebody could keep watch, I would appreciate that, and then we could get going in just an hour.
Is
I'll
the
keep
oil
watch.
still like
How hurt
there?
is
It
everybody
is
looking?
dissipating with the
How hurt
absence of
is
these
everybody
bottles.
looking?
Tonki looks
Awesome.
like, she's at about 2/3, capacity.
I'm about like half hurt, but I think we're about to take a short rest. Question mark? Right? Are we able to use this time to take a short rest?
You certainly
while
can.
also just
You are
mage handing
anchored.
fishing.
You are anchored, and actually, Captain Mar takes out 2 different fishing poles, kind of lays one on the deck, and just says, if anybody wants to, you're welcome to use my extra one. It's helpful to be able to find what you want to eat out here.
I don't know how to fish.
But if Emmy's getting ready to cast healing spells on Tonki would be like, oh, me still have the ability that let me regain hit points, and if we short resting, you're not needed to heal Tonki. Tonki can heal herself.
This heals
What?
everyone.
Oh. Me sorry, Emmy.
Do you want me to help you learn?
Me not know the symbols
What?
yet.
Do you want me to help you learn how to fish?
I can make the fish more edible when they come up, but
That might be.
I think I probably grabbed the other fishing rod already.
Okay.
It's very Thule coded.
So you grab
Fishing.
this fishing line. And as you go and you kind of start about this long rest, you have an hour in which you can kind of consider what you want to do. For you, Grimgob, it sounds like you're going to be considering this rope pretty heavily. Or
I'm
you can
going
hold on.
to.
Consider the rope.
You know what? I'm probably gonna spend the time fishing for gold coins with Mage Hand, just picking them up. But I'll probably hand off. Does anyone else want to look at this? I'm gonna try to get some gold.
I'll look at the rope while I'm fishing.
I don't
Well, it's
think you
really
can-
one or the other.
Yeah.
I'll cuddle it. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Just
look
spend
at
some
it.
time and yeah.
Have some nuts.
Okay. Time. Cuddle up to this thing, and weirdly, you feel like this will probably work.
Ralph will. Oh, sorry. Go first.
For those of you who need it and would like to be within 30 feet of Emmy, you can get 20 points of health back.
Yeah, this
good
is nice.
God!
I
Hell
only
yeah.
need the one.
Ralph will remain on watch
Okay.
and just continuously just keep an eye out while everyone is resting.
So, keeping watch, we have 2 different people fishing.
Skull?
You are going to consider this skull?
So we know a lot about the skull.
Yeah.
Would it Does attunement require a long rest or short rest? Or is this not attunable?
This is not something you need to attune to. It is an arcane
It's
focus.
Cool.
I imagine, I'm guessing like some spells like just say require arcane focus worth 100 G.
pieces,
Yeah,
yeah.
so this is just that.
It is a bone, though.
It is a bone.
Yeah, you can cast. For
It is
Sounds
also
like it was
it is
designed
also an
that
opal.
way.
Yes.
Crazy.
a bump.
Could it be used for the casting of augury, which requires specially marked sticks, bones, or similar tokens in combination with your cards?
Sure could.
It's almost like it was
Yummy.
specifically designed.
It's almost like-
Divination
it was
wizard.
designed specifically for you.
Wow.
And to anger Vincent.
While I was holding that skull, did that skull resemble mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen your own skull.
It's the right
I'm
size.
sure that won't have any as a
Okay. It just proves my assumption. I assume some things.
So, Nora, what are you doing during the show?
Nora's ritually casting augury.
Okay.
so
So-
she lays out like the skull. She also has like a little like cloth that she keeps her cards wrapped in, and begins like drawing.
Okay. So we have 3 people, including Captain Mar, fishing. We have augury occurring. We have a nap with a rope. We have watch from Ralph. Emmy, what are you doing?
I will also keep watch with Ralph after the spell is cast.
Okay, excellent. So we all have our short rest assignments. But before we get into this, because it is 8:40 and a good place for us to take a break, we are going to step away for just a moment. There will be a countdown on your screen, and we will be back to begin this short rest at the end of our own. We'll see you then.
nice.
What kind of...
back. If you stuck with us through the break, thank you for doing so. If not, we are playing D&D, and now, unwittingly, you have become a part of it.
Or wittingly.
I was gonna say, how did you get here if not wittingly?
They just open the oven.
I don't know.
This is my casserole!
All right, in fairness,
This is a bunch of nerds!
Sometimes I open
All
up
right.
Twitch and there's a bunch of fucking random people on my screen.
That is fair. That is
So, hey,
Maybe
welcome. We're the random
like
people tonight.
So, as you all sort of begin your short rest here on the Lake of Conflict, so named because of the dangerous nature of this place, you have actually just finished a little bit of conflict, fighting some undead goblins who rose up under the influence of this river ghast to attack your boat, but you were victorious. You were able to vanquish these creatures through a combination of firepower, squeezing them to death, or just eating them off the boat. And managed to also find a little bit of loot in the process, including a magical rope, including a skull that was partially opalized and served as a potent magical focus. You also found a good amount of copper and silver that amounted to something in the order of 100 pieces of gold. But now you needed to rest after taking a good amount of damage from the undead. And in doing so, you all picked a couple of different tasks. So to start, Thule, you were the first to pick up this fishing rod. You walk right over to where this goblin is sitting fishing as well. He turns to you and just says, "Oh, good man. I might as well eat good while you're out here, yeah?" He throws this little line, goes through this metal loop at the end of the stick. Otherwise, it's just like this hand-cranked kind of line that he has to pull back. But you watch as he makes call it a survival check. He just sits there for some time.
Okay.
He turns to you and just goes, "I'm not failing right now. This is just fishing. It's called fishing, not catching for a reason, Are you going to attempt to fish?
Yeah,
Go ahead and make a survival or sleight of hand check.
I'm going to... How far out was his cast, roughly?
Not.
Okay.
It was just like he makes a big motion and then throws, and you see at the very last second the line catches on the tip and just goes straight up about 10 feet and then right into the water.
So before I cast, I want to see if there's a spot that looks more active.
Make a perception check.
And also, yeah.
You're looking for the ripples in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Any RPG that comes from Japan.
You're just waving your hand over, waiting for the command to appear.
Yeah. Where do I press A?
Yeah.
12.
Here in this river, now that the oil has kind of cleared away with the flow of the kind of river behind you into the lake in front of you, you can see that there are fish here. Fat fish. Big, almost rainbow-looking creatures that kind of go back and forth. At the very bottom, kind of nestled into the plant life, you can see tiny spots of red that mark crayfish. There's many places to fish. You really can't go wrong.
Okay.
But you can take a +1 modifier to your check.
Okay. I would like to cast Mage Hand and place mine carefully about 30 feet out.
Make an Arcana check then.
That's pretty good.
But I want to cast it as well, and then just have it be grab and bring it over.
So
Going through the motion, because I
Sure.
want to fish with him.
Make
but
an Arcana check.
I'm not confident in my
mechanics
actual
of it.
casting.
Adorable. He's just trying to fit in.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, just
Really?
Thule's been watching Grim Gob and Captain Mar, and it's like, I will match both.
combinations.
I will be
It's
the actor.
two knowledge fields combined, and what am I doing? Arcana?
Arcana check.
Damn, that's a fucking 11.
With the 11, there is this, and you go through the motions, you do this, and you even do the part where it gets stuck on the end of the line, and you drop it right next to him.
No.
And he turns to you and he goes, "Hey, you've done this before, haven't you?" But you imagine that you'll be sitting there for some time.
A fellow angler.
Grimgob,
Yeah.
go ahead and make your Arcana check. You
Please
you
do
see Thule, you see this other goblin, and neither looks especially successful. And you cannot allow yourself to be the third failure.
All right. You said I get
+6
plus
for
6 in
using
addition to Arcana.
Correct.
Oh yeah, mine was a 12.
All right. What does a sexy 30 get me?
Oh my god.
Roll a d8. You
pick up
cast this line.
Oh my god.
Second.
By the way, I'm still not wearing my robe.
Still in a loincloth.
5.
Hurl
Out
this
5
thing.
more treasure chests.
It flies far, doubling the distance of Thule and this goblin, tripling the distance, really getting it almost into the shallows. It splashes down. A couple of frogs leap off lily pads that float in the area here. And almost immediately, there is a tug far heavier than what you imagine one of these fish or a crayfish might possibly produce. As your rod bends a little bit, Captain Mar just thrusts his rod into your arms, runs over to you, and just goes, "You've got something! Pull with all your might! Pull!"
Good job, Grimmy.
I adjust
Bardic
density and make
inspiration.
myself. I get bardic inspired, and is that D8?
D6.
D6.
Adorable is what it is.
Ah, thanks, Tuli. And then I'm gonna make myself like stronger with adjust density.
Excellent. So
Holding
don't roll a
both.
d20. Instead, roll 3 d10.
Oh.
Woo! All right, and D10, D10, D10. All right.
That's not gonna work for it.
I'm just gonna add that. All right, I see
Wait.
22, and what do I add as a modifier?
Nothing.
Okay, 22.
You pull, and breaking the surface is not a fish or a frog or even a crayfish. It is a pouch. A small pouch of leather, and you can see on this tiny little pouch,
A bag.
made from a waxed material. As you open it up, there is 22 pieces of minted gold within this from the Anacrean Alliance. Unlike the pieces that your allies had pulled of silver and copper, this is finely pressed. This is very precise. You know where this comes from. And Captain Mar looks at you, looks at the gold, grabs the fishing line out of his hand, and just goes, pull two, there must be more. And he
Probably
pulls.
not where we cast.
Julie, roll a d6.
For whether it's a guppy or a minnow.
Sunny.
Or a boot.
Or another ghoul.
With a 4, you pull, and then all of a sudden, Grimgob, your line goes taut, and your bag is yanked from your hands. Make a dexterity saving throw if you want to hold on to your gold.
I use my mage hand to catch it.
You have stolen the catch here, and so you quickly snagged a nearby catch.
Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna save this. 7 dexterity.
Julie, make
Wait,
a
you get
dexterity
your
saving
you
throw.
get your you get this right.
I already used it on the.
Grimgob, you
the check.
leap out, you catch your foot on
It's
the
getting away.
line that is now like tangled around your legs. You just get lassoed and fall, your head kind of partially splashing in the water, but you do not fall in.
I might. I probably fall in.
Easy come, easy go. This bag of coins just into the air. There are little motes of gold that just kind of scatter throughout the space. You know what? Captain Mar is going to attempt to do this too. What is that check? He needs a 12 or up.
That is a natural 1, sir.
And he just goes, "Hua!" and just splashes into the water. And the rest of you watch as fully half of your party together ruins Grimgob's chances of catching 22 pieces of gold.
Oh no!
You watch as they just sink down into the bottom.
I feel bad for Vincent.
I know, right?
Easy come, easy go.
Heavy is the weight of Ralph's disappointment upon you.
Now, while all of this is happening, Emmy, Ralph, can the two of you make perception checks, please?
Rough out here.
14.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm
With
too
those
distracted
checks-
by these shenanigans.
And not only them, as you watch them lose this gold and you see it just vanish into the bottom, you can see that the gold is following down past catfish and trout and carp. There are all kinds of fish in this kind of lake, and they didn't catch a single thing. You can see all sorts of things kind of moving around. There are fish that flash like the mirror as they catch motes of the morning sun. You can see some of the frogs that leapt from the pad just kind of lazily swimming underneath. There's all kinds of stuff, but not a single one being caught. For you, Emmy, in the very far distance, still probably once you get going, at least 30 minutes away, you can see signs of movement on the horizon. At this distance, hard to tell what it is, but you can swear that you see at least one sail. For you, Nora, you consider the skull. And you, over the first 10 minutes of your short rest, ritually cast a spell. Which one was it?
Augury.
Okay.
So Nora is like drawing cards with the skull like at the center of the layout. And as she's drawing them, she's like holding in her mind like the path we're taking. And please, whatever other god there is, because the god of justice is just gonna be like, fuck you to me. Let this is this path the safe path if we continue in our direction
Along Conflict Lake, you mean?
yeah. Straight.
The safe path or a safe path?
The safe path.
Nora, you think about your question. Is that the one that you asked?
Specifically, like, she's just thinking about the way in which we're traveling, and it's like, wants to have less of that and more of this. This is good.
I think
yes.
I think of this, kind of seeing this happen after the fishing incident and feeling a little sad for Grimgob, not wanting to be around him. Captain Mara will come up to you, seeing the skull, seeing the cards, will just sort of say, "What you doing?"
I meant spell. It's just a little card drawing.
Okay, but what? But for why?
Just that back there was concerning and gross and not fun.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see if maybe there was any insight into what might be ahead.
Oh, I mean, a bunch of different things. I still haven't really decided which way we're going to go yet once we reach the Delta, because we do need a little bit more alcohol. We're going to need to get some bog rum. Just a little bit. Somewhere. We don't need to go all the way into the dangerous parts. But I don't know if you all have a preference which way to go. We'll need to divert slightly.
Oh, we're not going directly to Fort Pincer.
I mean, we're going basically directly there. We just need to take a slight detour.
Oh.
Is this out loud or private?
Yeah, hello.
Wait, I thought the calcium rum that we gave you was enough.
He turns and says, I mean, that would be enough for the big boss, but for everybody who's coming, we're going to need a little bit more to replace the quantity. That's why we're getting bog rum. I mean, it's dangerous, it causes hallucinations and tooth loss, but, you know, for the rank and file, it's fine.
Tooth loss?
Oh.
Yeah, you lose your teeth. Not every time.
Immediately?
Yeah.
Oh.
Make sure that when you give them the calcium rum, that you tell them it was from us.
Oh, yeah. No, I will. No, I mean, I'm going to make big introductions. You guys should get to meet these people. You're pretty good. I bet they could use your help.
Yeah, I know. Pretty fucking good.
With the like knowledge that this is where we're heading, Nora's just like, do we stay on the boat?
Well, there's sort of two different options. Yeah, we're going to stay on the boat. I mean, I'm a river captain. I'm not getting off the boat. But we have a couple different options that we could go to. I know of at least one lost bog rum cache somewhere that's a little bit off and to the west. But there's an active production facility of it, or at least there used to be. That's a little bit further to the southeast.
Which way is the one with the temple?
Oh, to the southeast.
Oh. Okay, so Nora like refocuses and just like,
Would a map be helpful to you?
yes,
I'm shocked that you don't travel with one, truthfully.
I'm working on it. And Nora digs in her pack and holds up the one with the little corner of Mistrange.
From her snuggled position, she's like, "Me thought you were supposed to know the map."
He is going to unravel this map that begins just south of the Lake of Conflict. You can actually see... Oh, here I can pull up... there we go. You can see it a little bit here, but in even greater detail at Alberon RPG, if people take pictures.
Do you have a question?
You can see he kind of spreads it out on the deck and says, once we get out of the lake, the river splits into a whole bunch of different pathways, and so traditionally we would follow the central path, just go straight to the floating causeway and make our way down that way, but we're going to need to take one of the other branches first.
Okay, and you're saying we'd have to go through the bubbling bog?
No, we could go through the bubbling bog and we could find what remains of a bog rum distillery.
Okay.
If the verdant coil haven't completely overtaken it, which is a real possibility, I should say. Or we just go a little bit west, just a little bit, just a few hours. It's immensely dangerous, though. That's the thing. And the reason that this bog rum exists, it's vintage. It's really good stuff because it's been there for about 80 years. Nobody's been able to find it, and everybody just dies in there, really.
Oh.
So our options are...
It's the undead birds. They just take us away.
Nora looks down at the cards again, and with this new information, holds, like, what she perceives may be the safer choice. Because while they smell bad, we have had kind of success with undead creatures, but also big birds.
Undead birds.
Oh. Bubbling bog is... What awaits us at the bubbling bog?
Are you asking that for augury?
Yeah, it says action within the next 30 minutes. Chooses the following omens: wheel for good, woe for bad, wheel and woe for both good and bad. Nothing for results that aren't especially either.
As you draw these cards, the cards that make themselves known to you speak of both wheel and woe. Strongly of both wheel and woe.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. This is a regular occurrence for me. Okay. Well, bog might be good. I don't really fancy being taken away by undead birds.
Well, just to be clear, you just looked at your cards and made a decision. You didn't talk to any people.
Oh, but they're usually right.
Okay, I mean, as long as everybody's fine with that.
Well, and also if I tell you, you'll tell other people, and they can make the decision then.
Okay, I guess. Hey, everybody! I have an announcement to make.
I thought that we heard.
Oh, I mean, maybe some of you heard. For those of you that didn't, we are going to be heading to the Bubbling Bog, apparently.
Or maybe not.
Oh.
What at the bubbling? But wait, Nora, why do you say we either are or aren't?
Hey, Nora.
He turns around and he goes, hang on one second, everybody. He turns around and goes, hey, I'm dying out here. You just told me to tell them that.
I wanted them... Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you just want to talk to them?
Nora, what's going on?
No, just a second.
Sure.
Yeah,
You
you-
know more about this stuff, though. I kind of just am reading... Oh, okay. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why are you acting so weird?
we're still all here.
Right.
Hey, Nora.
Yeah.
What did Grandpa Gravelgrave tell you? Points to the
Are
skull.
you sure they don't...
Grandpa Gravel. That's morbid.
He's holding a skull.
Well,
From a dead member, probably from my clan. It's a little bit morbid.
The captain has informed us that we need to get more alcohol of a certain vintage that's rare and maybe only found in 2 places?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's. I mean, we could, if you guys want to go a little bit further, we could get really good alcohol. There's this entire sunken library. It's not really sunken. It's mostly emerged at this point. That's where all the goblins get their spell scrolls from. So if you see goblins running around with them, that's typically where they're digging them out.
Where?
Oh, from the archives, and he points right down at the very bottom right there.
Oh, the Weeping Archive?
Yeah.
Isn't that where you go and then you lose your eyes?
A lot of people don't come out with their eyes, yeah.
I
But
need my eyes.
Yeah, but you can also get really cool magical scrolls.
But if you
Even
ain't got
if-
no eyes, you can't read them.
That's true.
I could probably figure out a way to read without eyes. I'll think about it.
Me can't help you. Me can't read with eyes.
I think we may need to refocus.
They might be in Goblin, though.
We can't read Goblin
Oh,
either,
I'm so
Nora.
sorry. That's right.
We are getting alcohol. Yes?
Oh yeah, and that's what I meant. I mean, in the basement of the archives, there's a winery or a wine cellar, and so we could go there. And that stuff's really good.
In the basement of the sunken archives?
Of the Weeping Archives.
Weeping.
Yeah,
Because
they were
you
sunken
lose
maybe
your
200 years ago.
eyes. Do you weep because you lose your eyes, or
Hey, that's a good one.
So
I
the
kinda wanna go to the
archives are
archives.
above
me
the water?
Yeah, the ground level's mostly just kind of ensconced in mud. Any lower levels will be very hard to navigate through, but the top level should be fine.
Nor there's scrolls in there.
But the alcohol's in the lower level.
Oh
And
yeah,
alcohol.
Okay.
so we'll need to figure something out. But I mean, you guys are very capable.
Eyes, though.
So
Me
our
going on
options-
record that me not want to go to the place where everybody loses their eyes.
For the record, just most people.
most is
So-
not
Me opinion have not
very
changed.
assured.
Okay.
Our options are giant undead birds for maybe alcohol.
Oh no! So there was a gentleman who was transporting alcohol out through the basin, trying to get it to a smuggling point along the coast. It's sort of a goblin fable, really. And they were eaten, mostly whole. The head was found a couple of miles down that way, but the alcohol was never found.
How sure are you of the where?
Oh, not at all sure of the where, but a good idea of the general vicinity.
Undead birds?
Yes, undead beds.
Have I heard of this fable?
I would say probably, yeah. This is the golden keg, basically, that was transported through this dangerous place. It is supposed to be
The goblin
rum of heroes. Drinking this, people have kind of told a tale that is akin to like this alcohol basically being like a hero's feast, but just a tale.
I've heard this tale.
The other option is the bog, which is also full of undead things, just not undead birds.
I thought
Right,
the bog
these
was
are-
the first option.
No. That's the carrion rookery, really. The bubbling bog does have undead creatures, but the real hazards are the fact that there's just poisonous gas that bubbles out from it at all times,
Okay.
and the creatures that have adapted to it are nasty, bog wyverns and things of that nature.
Oh.
Huh.
But that is where the bog is. Oh my god. The bog is brewed in the brewery.
It's bog rum.
Bog rum in the bog brewery.
Yep.
This feels weirdly like a tongue twister.
I
Bog
know.
rum.
At the Weeping Eyes archives. The Weeping Archives where you lose your eyes.
Correct. Yeah. Now we're doing all sorts of rhymes now.
So, and then the third option being the Weeping Eyes Cries Archives,
Weeping Archives where you lose your eyes.
where
mean-
there might be wine in a cellar.
Yes.
I'm hearing a lot of mights and not a lot of
Yes.
foreshores.
I mean,
don't
there's
wanna go there
other
either.
places that we could go that also might have alcohol, but they're even more dangerous and have even less of a chance. So I didn't even mention things like the Sunken Bell Tower. That was a garrison at one point, and so almost certainly there's ale there.
some of the gold that we have on the ship now. Instead of alcohol.
You mean
But you can't drink it.
the gold that
Yeah, I
on
tried.
the side?
But we could pay them for the alcohol that they're expecting with gold.
So this is in a very remote place. We are the delivery people, and they've already placed the order. So we sort of just need to bring it.
Besides, we're gonna need that gold for stuff for ourselves.
So,
I guess the concept of refunds hasn't made it to this continent yet.
I have a feeling like the refund might involve us refunding our lives if we don't come with enough alcohol.
They will be very mad.
Okay, me got a question.
Yeah.
Nora, you use your spell to figure out which path is The good path?
Yeah, what the Grandpa Gravelgate tell you?
Well, I can't figure out which path is the good path, but I can get hints about one path in particular, and if we go to the bog, it'll be really good and really bad.
I have a feeling that's going to be the same for wherever we go.
That doesn't really tell us much at all.
There's some places you could go that will be
does.
all bad.
Yeah, exactly. It could be all bad.
Today,
Life is
when I
all
read the
good
cards
and
this
all
morning,
bad.
it was just kind of not great in general. But when I read the cards yesterday, it was really good and really bad, and we had both of those things.
Well,
If I knew it wasn't going to be all.
today I had some good things, and also I got bit by a zombie goblin.
How are you doing, by the way, Julie?
I'm doing better now.
Do we do straws? Do we do a vote?
I vote the Weeping Archive, because they got scrolls too, and maybe alcohol. Everywhere has maybe alcohol, but then the Weeping Archive also has scrolls.
And also maybe 0 eyes. Me vote for Bog, the Bog one, the one where we keep our eyes.
There were 2 bog ones. There was the Carrion Rookery, where we can find the Hero Realm, and the Bubbling Bog, where we can find the Bog Realm.
One's
Bubbling
literally bobbling bog.
Me vote for Bubbling Bog. Bubbling
blah blah blah.
The other one's more of a mangrove forest than a bog.
Ralph, what you vote for?
These are all terrible options.
We know.
Well,
I guess the bog, where we know there definitely is bog rum.
Different varieties, too. I mean, it's a whole facility.
The other two just sound like there might be alcohol.
Come on, Nora. Scrolls.
how are we going to get the bog rum when we get there? Exactly.
It depends on where we're going, I suppose.
Well, I guess we're planning the bubbling bog.
So I would
like there are
suggest
breweries.
that we purchase it if we go to the Bubbling Bog and we get to the distillery. I imagine we could just purchase it with some of the gold.
Oh, okay.
You sort of owe me, but we could also
Hey, we saved your life.
look.
And
Twice.
we lost
I'm not the
Grimmy's
biggest fan of
gold.
the people who run this place. I'm not against maybe just sort of taking some.
Oh.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
The bubbling bog, to me, sounds like the only place where there's a 100% guarantee of alcohol.
But
The other two sound like a chance there's alcohol. Am I
Also-
incorrect in this?
legends.
And that's really the thing, right? It's not often that I have a group like you with me. And so if I'm going to attempt to find a lost legendary thing, it sort of seems like now's the time. But also your choice.
Okay, me just want to say about the legend, we grown-ups now.
Yeah.
That a fairy tale.
Well, I mean, it's not really a fairy tale. I would say it's more of like a folk tale, really. But
And
Nora moves the
To
book of
be
fairy
fair-
tales farther down into her bag.
Talking wouldn't know it.
we've seen things from fairy tales already, very close to home.
Okay. We voting then? We still vote Bog. Me understand. Maybe fairy tale is real. No guarantee though, so me vote bubbly Bog.
I think we're waiting for 3 more votes.
I
Me,
voted.
we have a question. Can we keep going in the same direction while we wait for Emmy to wake up?
yeah, you can lift anchor at any point. You guys have completed your short rest now.
You not think we should make a firm decision until Emmy have a chance to weigh in?
What did you 2 vote for? I missed it.
Oh, I abstain.
Okay. That's fine.
Nora, do you have a vote?
Well, we still got most of the day till we get to this place, so should I lift anchor?
Yeah.
All right. He runs to the back, and soon enough...
No, he's run away.
Is the short rest complete? Because
It is.
I have cuddled the rope
You have
successfully.
cuddled the rope successfully. And as you kind of cuddle with this rope, there is a point where you shift in your kind of napping state, and your hand axe kind of slips free of its sheath, and you just cleave this rope in half. And Tonki, you wake up, and you're like, oh, no. They're going to be so mad. And you press it together, and it Magical
Repair rope.
Magical tying.
This is a rope of mend. Or sorry, this is a
Mending rope.
gotta find it here. We have a lot of different
Rope of
loot tables.
self-mending.
Self-mending rope.
Self-healing.
So give me just 1 second here.
Rope of Wolverine.
Rope of healing factor?
This is a rope of mending. And this rope, upon closer examination, as you sort of figure out what this is, you realize these little, what look like almost bits of fiber, are just dried out bits of vine. And every time that you kind of join them back together, they just kind of grow back into this form. And so you can cut this as much as you want. Anytime that you press this together and speak the word of your choice, the activation word, it will rejoin.
I get to pick the activation word?
You do.
Okay, so Tonki's gonna be like, guys, look at this! And she slices it and it goes back together and she says, we need a word to activate it. And that word is gravel. Even though that our last name. He panicked.
Did you do that so you can help remember our last
And
name?
then she
Activates.
she whispers to the rope, can we change me?
You listen, and the silence is your reply.
Gravel.
Okay, she does it again and then is like, gravel. Oh.
Talkie's gonna be busy for the next 3 hours.
That might be
Just let me know if
problematic.
anyone ever wants to borrow me fancy rope. And she coils it up, slings it on her bag. In place of she replaces her 50 feet of hemp rope.
No problem.
Oh, sorry, how
far
long
away-
is it?
It's 50 feet of rope.
50. Okay.
How far away do the pieces, or can the pieces be for it to...
They need to be
self-heal?
touching in order for them to
okay.
rejoin.
It's like miles away
So the
from
lake
each other.
expands around you. Captain Mar takes the anchor up, and you begin to move. The wind blows.
I've had seen sails,
Yes.
so I think Ralph will just continue looking in that direction.
Sure. So the lake expands around you. There are some delicate glassy waves that do very little to break the sight lines that you have. If you look over the edge, even as they kind of lap up against the edge of your craft, you can still see the bottom. There are places where grasses and plants swallow the stones, but in other places you can see just like fields of pebbles that slope down to these little underwater basins, maybe 50 feet, 60 feet deep. You can see crayfish and minnows and frogs. There are large patches of lily pads on this place, some of which you kind of disperse as you move your raft across. Some of these lily pads are wider than your raft, and some of them smaller than a piece of gold, just tiny little, almost coin-sized lily pads in places. But as you cross through here and the morning progresses from morning to noon, you are beginning to see places where the waves kind of gently cascade back towards you. There is stuff happening in the distance. And Ralph, as you watch this sail and it gets closer, you can see that it belongs to a single raft. And this raft, not large like yours, not a barge, this is a smaller, faster moving raft. You are actually just barely able to catch up as it kind of is moving in a circular pattern at this moment. But you can see, as you get a little bit closer, it is a single raft with a number of goblins on it. They seem to be trying to escape a number of other creatures that kind of circle around. They're small creatures that circle, and in the distance, hard to tell what they are. Make another perception check as you get closer.
Or piranhas. Looks like an 18 on the die.
22.
Nice.
Sorry, I completely missed my tower. I made it a group roll.
Great. Sometimes it do be.
With
This is a
a
better spot.
22. Okay, I might. Oh, it's our maker. With a 22, you look and you can see there is a single raft moving quickly, kind of cutting through the water from side to side, trying to go back against the sort of push of water in the lake. And then circling them, there are 3 goblins that seem to be riding something, and you have to really stretch your eyes. They are standing atop giant toads with these bridles in their mouths, kind of pulling back, cutting really fast across the water, circling, throwing these little spears at this craft. there is a battle happening upon the Lake of Conflict, almost directly in your path. You could, and Captain Mar, kind of seeing this, stands up next to you, Ralph. They extend this kind of looking glass, and to everybody they'll say, "Hey, we've got conflict on the horizon."
It's everywhere.
Oh, that's probably why they called it. Hey, no, we have to focus.
What do you see?
It seems to be a raft on toad conflict.
Wait,
2 sets of goblins.
are they riding the toads?
Yeah, they
My
got
God.
little bridles.
They nod. Captain Mar just says, yeah, it probably is. This doesn't really involve us. We could try to sneak by.
You know them best. What should we do?
We should wait for them to kill each other and then rob them.
That sounds
hey,
terrible.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, rafts like that, typically, they belong to a clan mostly deals in smuggling and things of that nature. They probably have something valuable on them.
Are they talking about the Meyer Claw Pact, or talking about the people they're attacking?
So the Meyerclaw Pact, likely these individuals who are riding toads, you've probably heard of the Meyerclaw Pact toad riders. They're surprisingly fast and move across the ocean. These craft, the larger sort of raft, probably belongs to a different clan. You can see at this distance. Make a perception check, Grimgob.
Not very good because I am tiny. 11.
Okay, you can't really tell, but
Yeah, that's
Captain Mar will say they're basically just smugglers, and they don't stand a chance against actual toad riders, at least not out at this depth. If we wait, they will almost certainly win the Meyerclaw Pact. We could try to take them and take their prize, or we could just sneak by. But if we try to sneak by, they might try to attack us, because we are a pretty big target.
So we're delivering for the God Clank. We're delivering for the Gob Clankers, right?
Yeah.
Are they in open war right now with the Meyer Claw?
Not an open war, necessarily, but they don't get along the best. And the Driftweight group, they aren't aligned with anybody.
Grimgob, I know you didn't just suggest to me that we were going to rob smugglers.
No, the Meyer Claw are probably gonna kill the smugglers, and then we kill the Meyer Claw and rob them, because that's the law of these lands.
Yeah, you can't just let murderers go around.
Yeah. These lands aren't bound to the laws of the Anacron Alliance because we're not in the Alliance anymore. Wait, does that work? I assume that would.
Ralph is incredibly conflicted. Her face is just a whole bunch of just like error 404 essentially. Just be like,
This is a tough one because what Grimgob is essentially proposing
It's not your
is that
jurisdiction.
you allow 2 groups of criminals to come into conflict. One will eliminate the other, and then in coming to eliminate the survivor, technically you will be delivering some form of justice. It's just justice to the 3rd degree, slightly removed, and then also you would be profiting directly from it.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Basically, does Tyr's justice mean that justice is the law of the land or the law of Tyr?
This is the whole problem.
See,
I don't like this.
What about it don't you like?
We are too slow
The murder.
your
to
plan
go over
seems a
them.
little
I
bit
don't like the murder part. I don't like the robbing part. I don't like the
Optimistic.
smuggling part. I don't like the undead part.
Ralph, you're yelling.
Captain Mar looks at you, Ralph, and they say, you know what? You make some really good points, and I trust you. You're handy in that fight, so if you think we should try to sneak away from them, we can.
I think it's best if we... I'd rather not get involved at this point. Ralph is just kind of like clearly upset and confused.
Captain
All right,
Mar takes a couple quick steps towards the sail. They stop and they say, any objections to just trying to drift by really quiet, really slow?
Does it look like we can get there in time to save the smugglers?
if you've seen how fast this craft can move under Captain Mar when they really try to go, you could probably catch up. It will be close.
All right. Ralph.
Yes.
Take out everything I just said. Those smugglers are under attack by the Mireclaw. Do we want to save them from being attacked? If you want to let it go, I'll let it go. But I figured that'd be the part you might most care about.
Moral quandaries got you down? Roll some dice.
Yeah, you know.
Tyr noticed that.
I don't know. They're smugglers, but they're unaligned. Right?
Yeah.
You just-
Emmy.
The smuggler.
I do not condone death, but neither is it our place to get involved and risk our lives.
Well,
Yeah, alright. That's roughly where I was.
then whose is it?
I mean, it's the spirits, isn't it? I'm gonna go strike the sail.
Yeah.
Just to the back. Your sail kind of drawn up and into a tight bundle. Your speed slows, but you do watch as this craft, this sort of commotion, begins to draw a little bit further away from you towards one of the far banks. And Captain Mar begins to kind of shift cargo over. Slowly, your craft, under the weight distribution, begins to shift slightly to the opposite. Let's see here. Ralph, can you roll a d20 for me, please?
I sure can. 12.
Okay. Aboard this craft, you don't, even at the farthest distance, there is probably only about 200 feet between you and this commotion. And as you draw closer, you can see this group of smugglers. They have a number of different crates kind of weighing this craft down. It is what is allowing these Mireclaw-packed Toad Riders to catch up. You can see the Mireclaw-packed Toad Riders armed with nets and javelins, kind of throwing them, and very quickly making pretty quick work of the Driftwake runners. They don't really stand a chance. But you make your way past them, and with a 12, that is 2 higher than you needed to not be noticed by the combat happening off and to your left.
That's the second time. I know.
Do not feel so good about that.
But you continue forward, and the day grows warmer. The barge drifts through a stretch of wide and open water, and quickly you leave that battle in your wake.
Grimgar watches it intently.
Okay.
He watches just how life is in the Oberdin Basin and thinks about how this could have been his.
Captain Mar kind of stands next to you. He looks at you and he says, "Do you have a wish that this life could be yours?
As a matter
Just
of fact,
sailing on the
yes.
open lake, being able to see the adventures unfolding around you."
A part of it.
Well, something to think
But
about.
really the part that... Never mind.
They just nod their head, and they say, "You can always come back, you know."
Now in this group.
He says with a big smile, "I'll come back when I'm ready."
Nods his head. And you sail on. There is open water broken only by scattered stone outcroppings and drifting lily paths from time to time. And then, as you continue to pass, the sun begins to dip in the horizon. Noon passes.
Nora feels, assuming Emmy has awoken from her little snoozle,
Sure.
Nora fills Emmy in about the choices ahead of us. And how we have a choice because we have to go get alcohol because we don't have enough. We either have the Bubbling Bog, where we can spend gold to buy the appropriate bog rum,
Or steal it.
Or steal it.
or steal it, and have the potential of running into the verdant coil. There's the Rookery, where
The
we
carrion rookery.
the Carrion Rookery, where we could potentially get carried off by undead birds, and maybe find rum. And then there's
Legendary rum.
legendary rum. And then there's the Weeping Archive, where we could lose our eyes, but maybe gain a prize in the form of spell scrolls and wine.
Very
But
nice
also-
vintage wine.
No goblin ever returns with their eyes.
And the captain
Yeah,
would
you guys
pipe
aren't
up.
goblins.
No,
Most.
like 1 in 100 goblins returns with some or all of their eyes. So,
It's the some bit that has me concerned.
I will repeat. Bog has guaranteed alcohol. The other two have chance of alcohol.
But one is a legend.
We were thinking about maybe voting Emmy. Me also vote for Bob because we grown-ups now. So legend. Legend. We shouldn't hang hats on legend.
And
That's
I
what hat
said
racks are for.
that we already are aware of.
What you think, Emmy? Oh, sorry, Tilly. Me not
That's
mean
it.
to cut you off.
Totally abstained.
And what did you vote for, Grim?
I voted for the Weeping Archives because that's spell scrolls and wine.
hey, are you going to get dressed anytime soon?
No, the breeze is nice.
Fair enough.
And besides,
So often the breeze is a little strong, Grim.
what?
Just don't look down.
Oh. Fine. Put my robe back on.
Thank you. We could just see your good berries.
Nora, what did you vote for? Or do you also abstain?
Well, I hadn't yet.
Yeah, I noticed. That's why I asked.
I won't be upset. Vote whatever you feel like.
That's a lie.
Liar!
Saturday at 7. Which would you suggest?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, if I had it my way, I would probably go after the legendary missing rum because I have all of you here to potentially help with the gigantic undead birds that carry people my size away.
How gigantic are we talking?
Oh, we're talking really fucking gigantic.
Alright, I
Have
changed my
heard of
vote because no one else is.
anything like that?
Make a history check.
I changed my vote because no one else is gonna vote for the archive. I vote for the legendary run with the captain. Captain gets a vote too, so now it's 2-2.
Excuse me, Captain.
22. With the 22, as you consider this, you have not. You've heard of gigantic birds, though. You've heard of birds that grow with wingspans that can reach in excess of like 80 feet. And if those were undead, that would be a very scary
Those
thing
be
indeed.
rocks?
Those would be rocks.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
You're talking about using us, bringing us places. You have not once explained how you would compensate us for our valuable time and skills. And before you ask, me did just learn that word from me Word of the Day calendar.
That calendar quite often.
Valuable?
I would counter by mentioning that you blew up a good portion of my cargo and my craft.
But we
And
did so
so-
to save your life and the rest of the craft that survived.
I don't necessarily believe that's true, but neither here nor there, you did blow it up, and we do need to replace it, or else Gabranja will kill all of you.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
How about
Only if I die.
we keep going, and then once we get there, we can settle up all of the owed debts. Because I have a feeling that there's gonna be more damage on the way, and I think we might have some more treasure on the way as well, especially if we go and get the magical.
But if we don't have the
Legendary.
alcohol,
But that's Legend.
Then Gabranjo's going to drop you in one of the frog mortars and launch you into the swamp.
Well, what if we just don't go if we don't have it?
Because then Fort Pincers will come
Connor,
to us.
none of us know
In
how to
terms of
pilot the ship.
timing, how much longer is this an equivalent
None of us are
trip
sailors.
if we go to either the bog or for the legendary?
No, the Carrion Rookery is much shorter, technically. I don't know exactly where it is, so once we get into the sort of mangroves, it will take a bit of searching, so sort of variable, I suppose. If we go to the Bubbling Bog, there's probably a day detour, pretty static. I know where this distillery is. Depending on what we decide to do there, if we decide to stay and try to do a job for them to get some alcohol, if you don't want to pay, that could take some time. If we decide to just, they look over at Ralph, negotiate in a different way, then perhaps it will be shorter. But about a day's extra time. It depends. Yeah.
After Nora got the little explanation of which way he would go, Nora's just started pulling out cards and shuffling and has begun ritually casting Augury again.
Okay.
Should we need to go to the Bubbling Bog to the distillery to buy rum, how much will we need to pay for to get enough?
Oh, this stuff is dirt cheap. That's one of the benefits, depending on the kind that you want to get. One of the other benefits is that you violently hallucinate. So lots of bang for your buck. I think imagine 50 gold pieces, we could get everything that we need.
So go to the guaranteed place and spend 50 gold, or find some legendary rum.
And I hear what you're saying, Tonky. I'll pay for half of it.
If that is what we do, me personally think that's unfair.
But also counterpoint, I hear, what's illegal in your neck of the woods?
So many things.
What, illegal?
Yeah, what kind of things require justice?
Murder,
Theft.
genocide.
Genocide? How?
Genocide and murder kind of are similar buckets.
So what if murder is about to happen?
Question.
Do we try to stop it?
I really don't
Because
think
we
this is
stopped
time
that.
for
We didn't do that a
moral
couple of times.
dilemma.
No, that's
I
what
noticed.
I was saying.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, they're murdering people to distill one type of their rum. So, we could just justice them and get this rum for free.
Oh, that really works in my favor. Yeah, I don't think the Bubbling Bog is
Really how it works? Is
That means we can't go to the Bubbling Bog anymore, right,
more
Ralph?
of the inherent violence of the system.
Ralph is just rubbing her head with both of her hands.
I'm so sorry. What a terrible time to play.
10 minutes?
After 10 minutes, you have ritually cast the spell. We'll say that you're doing this during this whole conversation.
Nora's not focused on this. Nora's just staring into Grandpa Gravelgrave's eyes and drawing cards.
Is that really your grandpa?
Probably is. I'm not sure.
Probably is. I'm not sure.
It doesn't have the
Don't
hallmarks
you
of your
only live
grandpa.
for
Yeah, when she's done with that, hold up the next
50
month.
years?
Tell us more about that murder for the distillery.
Yeah, so they take these mushroom people and they stick them into a vat and they dissolve and they scream psychic voices. It's pretty horrifying.
Oh,
So I'm gonna let you get prejudicate like a minor illusion, just trying to imagine. That's what you guys want to get?
I think if our goal is to get alcohol, the point is to get alcohol. And therefore, going the assured route is the best choice.
even if it's mushroom alcohol with sentient mushroom creatures?
I mean, they're not sentient once they dissolve in the alcohol, let me tell you that.
What your spell say, Nora?
What do the cards say, Joe, about our chances of success at the rookery?
At the rookery,
Of finding alcohol.
you draw one card and another and another and another that all speak of woe.
Bog it is. What?
Wait, what?
Wait, why?
Oh,
You gotta say more words, Nora. Me learned that the hard way.
What do your pictures say?
nothing good at the rookery.
Well, yeah.
Not even alcohol.
Oh.
Maybe the birds drank it.
Oh.
What about the wheat? Can you use it on the Weeping Archive?
I mean, maybe if I have 10 more minutes, but...
That's fine. We'll probably argue for another 10 more minutes at this rate, because
There's a
people don't understand the
there's a
concept
little bit
of
at the bottom
bullying.
that it's even less chance that I get a regular reading, so we're gonna keep going, I guess.
So you begin to do this again?
We
I hear 4 for the bog.
obtain alcohol for sure, and we just do not purchase the screaming alcohol.
Do they make other kinds besides the screaming death?
Oh yeah, no,
scorpion?
of course.
mentioned
But the thing
multiple.
is, dissolving those creatures imparts the psychic resonance into all of it. That's where the violent hallucinations come from.
So is there a different rum choice at the Bubbling Bog that doesn't involve the...
It sounds like all of the rum from the Bubbling Bog is affected by the psychic after effects of killing all of those sentient mushroom
You know how
people.
some of the fancy folk, they like take their alcohol and they put it in a room with some plants and they're like, oh, the plants, they impart their essence by sharing the air with the alcohol. That's sort of what they do with the psychic resonance. It's not directly, you're not drinking a creature,
Oh, I see.
but you are sort of drinking the essence, I suppose.
So all the alcohol there is. Okay. Is that okay?
Like
None of this is okay, Grimgob.
Well, in a Gren, you don't need to drink
We-
it. It's a gift for somebody else.
I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna go meditate.
And as a reminder,
Ralph on the shoulder.
Ralph, if you do not like this practice, we can go and bring justice to all of these people. And
That's
then
not really
we can have
justice.
all of the alcohol and the justice. That's sort of a win-win, I believe.
That's not how it works,
What
really.
what
I
clan
think
is
it
in
is.
charge of the bog
No.
and the distilleries?
It's a minor clan that was in charge of the distilleries initially.
Spider-Man.
No.
Do you know the Rain Blind?
He's a menace.
Have I heard of them? Do I get my thing?
Yes, you do make a history check.
The Rain
Spider-Man?
Blind.
menace.
15.
A 15? Yeah, you've heard of these Rain Blind. And weird. This is the second sort of thing that you've heard relating to this. But the Rain Blind are a sect of goblins who deliberately seal their eyes shut.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the Weeping Archives.
Huh.
Weird.
That's a strange connection.
Can I think about that?
What?
Can I think about that connection?
What was your check?
15.
15. You can think about it all you want. But that is probably all that you will be doing.
Oh, I relay that off. Hard that they steal their eyes. I don't know why. This is what I've heard.
Something
Okay.
wants their eyes, and they want to keep them, probably.
How big is that clan?
I mean, they're pretty big. I think probably around 40 or 50 individuals. But they're not all at the distillery.
Okay. So, these Rainblind have been killing... What's the word for the
I call them mushroom men.
mushroom men?
Mike
Do I know what they might be
Make
called?
a history check.
Do I get my
Matt
thing?
knows that they're myconids, but you may or may not have heard of them. I would say probably not.
Probably not.
History check 18.
18, you've heard of myconids. These are creatures that typically habitate the Underdark. They are these mushroom-like entities that can be created off of other creatures. And they're generally, like, peaceful. They're not creatures that do negative things.
Okay, I relay all that. So what he's talking about with mushroom men, they're probably myconids. You might have heard them before. They're basically sentient beings that are
They're not children. They're full-grown, like adult-sized creatures.
yeah,
They
creatures.
grown-ups now too.
They're probably called myconids. They are myconids. That's what it sounds like. They are sentient mushroom-based creatures. So the rain clouds been murdering them to make their rum. So I think we should mete out justice and destroy the operations.
But then, doesn't that defeat the purpose of getting the alcohol to give to...
Well, all the alcohol, we'll just keep it. But we really...
But then that's not really justice, and then also that...
No, the justice is
compli-
that no more myconids will be killed in the future to make more alcohol.
Right, but then profiting from the remnants is still not really a true
Oh, we're not profiting. We're just
administration
giving
of-
it as a gift.
Right, but then also that complicates the issue because isn't she going to want another shipment later on? And now you've destroyed her.
Yeah, that's not going to be our problem. We'll probably not be in the basement
It
anymore.
wouldn't be, and also this is
probably
going
to be our problem because she will have seen us and know us. Be just saying.
Ralph, would that be okay?
A genocide.
It's
And
not a
then-
genocide. Hey, listen, we don't have people like
Sorry,
you wandering
I
around in the
apologize.
Alberon Basin. So, there is no justice out here. It's just us.
Yeah, we're going to stop the genocide of the spore of the myconids.
10 minutes?
For profit. Or, I guess, for safe passage.
And then we're gonna disrupt the local economy.
Economies get disrupted all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Alberon Basin is that we're constantly in a state of open warfare, so, yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it. You've seen
It's their culture.
open warfare, but as we've seen, life thrives on, so...
It'd actually be very disrespectful of our culture
Yeah.
not to engage in a little bit of warfare. He doesn't say that.
They feel like
think
that
you know better enough?
Is that cultural appropriation?
I think Ralph at this point is just going to take her icon of tear and just pray, just be like, please, for the love of all that you have justice over. What?
And Nora, 10 minutes pass. You draw your cards.
Will we survive the Weeping Archive?
You draw these cards. For a moment, Ralph, you close your eyes. You cast a silent prayer to your god, and when you open them,
Probably not silent.
you see 2 cards that would indicate weal and 2 cards that would indicate woe. You see perfect balance. There is both positive and negative at the Weeping Archives.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did you finish?
It is complicated.
I'm split.
What do you... Say more.
The archives are perfectly balanced.
Oh. Yes. Yeah.
Gob's gonna turn around, do a fist bump, and then, and then back to the group. Okay,
Well, these-
archives it is.
Well, these 2 are particularly good, and these 2 are quite bad. And then the Bubbling Bog had similar cards. It was just a little bit stronger and more concrete. This could be good, it could be bad, but this orientation and the time of day, it could be equally balanced.
After seeing that and now actually really considering the Weeping Archives, we're gonna roll back mentally in Ralph's
Moral
thinking back.
quandaries.
No, we're not touching that again right now.
Those are in a box. Compartmentalized immediately away.
We
Squished
cannot
away.
deal with that particular level
in the
right
bag
now.
of emotional holding.
Moral quandaries.
She left that in the strong box underneath her bunk, back in her lock.
The thought that Grimgod had of the rain blind being connected to the archives.
Sure.
Ralph would like to think about that more, and specifically think about the fact that they are killing sentient mushrooms who have psychic abilities.
Sure.
And consider, basically try to connect all those things together in a thought of, are these goblins ritually blinding themselves to empower themselves and using the Weeping Archives as a center of operation to continue their power grab?
Make an Arcana check.
Damn it.
Make
Or
a political action.
You can make an insight check with a significantly higher DC.
Can I help the Arcana check?
Guidance.
How are you helping?
Are you saying this aloud, or are you just thinking?
I think after seeing that it's balanced, and then kind of having a moment like this and be like,
Pepe Silva.
could the bog goblins, the rain blind, be trying to do a power grab through the Weeping Archives?
I will help by adding, like Arcana knowledge to that question with that.
Okay. So make an Arcana check at advantage then.
$15.
Okay. You think about this clan, you think about the place that you've heard about, you think about all of these different things, and this certainly, if nothing else, seems to be connected. How? Why? What way this might flow? Without more information available to you, hard to tell.
Okay. Unchaining my vote to the archives. There's a deeper mystery there. And we might be able to actually solve multiple problems. Because if the Rain Blind are truly, as you say, destroy myconids for their alcohol, there might be some connection here.
Grimgob turns around, does another fist bump, and then turns back.
Grimgob, I saw that.
You really think that a good idea?
Everything is a terrible idea. Everything in this basin is a terrible idea.
I mean, this is where I live.
Everything in
This is where I came from.
basin is a terrible idea.
We're in
Wow.
this basin.
Me sometimes am
Just
a
looks at
terrible
Julie
idea.
and it's like, yeah.
Everything.
Well, if Ralph okay with it, me guess me okay with it too, but me cannot emphasize enough how much me don't want to lose me eyes.
I have a headache. And then Ralph is just gonna go lie down on the floor.
I know what it like to be me all the time, Ralph.
You go and you lay down. Certainly, you do this, and you continue to drift forwards. The sun continues. Yes.
Did we decide that we are going to the Weeping Archives
Seems like it.
as a group? Okay. All right.
Does anyone want
Does
to weigh in?
does
who has
anyone
not been
object?
able
Because
to
it didn't. I just want to make sure everyone's on board.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my eyes either.
Is Julie voting?
I just
Still
don't want to
abstaining,
lose
or-
my eyes.
It seems like most people in favor of the archives, not in favor of losing their eyes.
Yeah.
Seems
Tuli,
to be the vote.
me help make sure your eyes don't get eaten if you help make sure me eyes don't get eaten.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you guys
I don't
what.
know how we'll do that though.
If someone has to lose their
We'll
eyes, I'll
think
volunteer.
of something.
Nora, fully not paying attention to like the back and forth of the arguments, because just focused on interpreting card readings. Like,
What's all this about dissolving myconids for alcohol?
More exposition.
That's
later.
how the bog rum is made.
Oh! That's terrible.
Can you believe that's what they wanted to get? God.
And then you see Ralph lying on the floor, just like holding her eyes covered, just absolutely defeated.
And then we justiced all over the place.
The day grows hot as you bring your justice to the mouth of the lake. You do drift through this space. You can see gulls overhead. You can hear the sound of kind of life off into the bank to your right. Slowly, Captain Mar directs the raft back to the center of this sort of like to deeper waters until the bank disappears and you are again in the center of this space. Is anybody keeping watch?
No.
Yes.
I'll probably just be like
Make a perception check.
looking around,
Once we're done
looking
having
for
this
interesting
very
Ralph
things.
is having
valid
an existential
argument.
crisis.
Woo!
Yeah, that's fair.
Did I help?
Perception 22.
A 22. Mechanically, yes. With a 22, Tonka, you kind of stand on the front of the bow as you continue to make your way through. It's hot out today. The cool air, the sea foam, the lake foam, quite nice in your face.
Grimgob wants to make sure that
But
everyone
you're
else
the
knows that
first
he's
to hear in the distance screams. And you can see often in the horizon a number of dark shapes take off, tiny, just gulls scattering from the sound. And as you look and like another 5 minutes pass, you can see there is a goblin raft that currently seems to be undergoing some kind of a problem as it slowly spins. It's partially splintered. There are goblins hurling spears off of it and into the water. Is there anything that you're doing?
Well, the first time she heard the scream, she would get everyone's attention and
Okay.
alert them to it.
So Tonki pulls your attention towards the front, and you can hear this commotion as well.
Can we see anything?
Make a perception check.
Can I ask the captain if I can borrow his spyglass, his goblin spyglass? Yeah, let me sit down for a second.
Sized for you. This is for you. Make a perception check at advantage.
How far away is it? Did you say?
It's a good, probably like 1,000 feet.
Oh, great.
Was that
Dirty 20.
dirty 20? You can see as well there is this raft with these goblins running around, hurling spears into the water, splashing past duckweed.
Thank goodness for that spyglass, because that's a dirty spyglass 20.
With a dirty spyglass 20, you see the same stuff,
Stop.
but a little closer.
Is it clear whether, like, do they have any, are they flying any, like, flags, or is it evident, do they have any, like, identifiers on them that might...
With that perception check at this distance, you can't really tell, but as you get a little bit closer, you certainly will be able to. There is a sail, and there was iconography on it. It kind of turns away from you, and now you just see the back of it and the mast. Anything that you guys are doing? The captain kind of looks and says, do we sneak around this one also?
Can you...
I think this different. This not two groups fighting each other. This one raft in danger.
Well,
What are they fighting?
Something in the water, right?
They're throwing spears into the water.
Right. There's some sort of creature down there. Oh, that's just what me think. Me think it's
Continue
different.
to approach. It's maybe 800 feet away now.
can we see what it is in the water as we're getting closer?
With your perception checks, not so far. You'll need to get a lot closer.
Okay.
I think at this point Ralph is gonna sit up
600 feet away.
and look over and see it's single raft.
Single raft. You
We can see if we can at least get them to stop spinning.
If they're a creature down there, it's gonna eat us as soon as it done eating them.
500
Not
feet
if I eat
away,
them first.
you can
Exactly.
see there is water spraying up as these little spears puncture, but mixed into the green, there is also bits of red and white as something is bleeding. And you can see suddenly there is a deft flick of motion, and a goblin just goes hurled like 25 feet up and into the air before splashing into the water in the distance. And you can see there is a goblin that turns and across this great expanse, 500 feet away, spots all of you. And they hold their tiny little hands up to their mouth and they shout across this space, "Help! Big boat! Kill it! Kill it!"
Big boat.
We are
What's
big
that?
boat.
You are big boat.
We are
Yeah.
big boat.
Oh.
But suddenly light catches off a glint of silver, and a goblin emerges from behind these crates. You can see they are unlike the other goblins. They are fully like probably 3 inches taller than you, Grimgob. They are wearing a leather armor. They are clean shaven, but with their back to you, you can see there is a glowing large shield emblazoned with infernal runes that run along the edge, denoting warding and protection, and they roar in a small goblin voice, "Come get some!" And in that moment, the entire raft shatters in half. And this tiny goblin with the magic shield is swallowed by a massive creature as tentacles rise out of the water. But because it is 10 o'clock, and a great place for us to end, as the lake horror emerges, this is where we're going to end for the evening. And when we get back next week, it will either be a very tense stealth, or we'll be rolling into initiative.
Damn.
But thank you for joining us for this session of A Tale of 12 Gems. Yes, there is conflict on the Lake of Conflict. We will be back next week. Please stay safe. It is wild
All
out there.
conflict all
See you
the
then.
time, baby. Let's
Bye.
fucking go.